Oh, I should actually close my door before we actually start the movie. Movie. Doot, doot. Uh, Take that. Oh, hey, Nether. Hey, Kyle Keldo. Hey, Dr. Tex. I'll try not to spoil. We're just here to watch a movie. Yep, this is movie time. Because from what I saw, the video is 2 hours long. So yeah, this is gonna be quite a movie. Ooh, we're watching a movie tonight. Let me watch movie. And hey, Kenny Vargas, I'm doing well. Just a wee tired. That's all. Well, I did take a nap earlier. I've been trying to catch up on sleep. I didn't got here first. Yeah, this is a long one. This is at least longer uh than the first part. The first part was only like 50 minutes long. Was it 30? I have it open. Let me check. Yeah, it's only 50 minutes long. Yep, trying to get the popcorn, get the drinks, get French fries if you eat that in theaters, because yeah, this one's a long boy. But well, since I have the YouTubes up, might as well just show this just for laughs. Okay. Just wanted to show that. Just real quick. How's everyone doing tonight? Hello and welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a good night so far. Tonight is currently August 11th, and yeah, welcome to a stream and where we are again watching the YouTubes yet again. I haven't done this in a while. Alright, so, as folks can see from the title, the next part of Elements of Justice has recently came out for Turnabout Theater. It's been a good while. It premiered all the way back on... Holy crap, a whole year. That's been a while. I arrived just in time for your reaction, yay. Yeah, because we're here for more of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorneying, and I've stated before that I'm a huge fan of the Ace Attorney series, so hey, I'm in good spirits for this one. Okay, and it seems like this is received relatively positive. Hey, look, 3,000. That's good. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to give them a like. Yep, alright. Okay, so before we actually start this, I think we need to go through a rough summary for the show itself. So before we actually do start off the thing, alright, let's just see this. Alright, opening cutscene. There's someone that's there. Someone died, unfortunately. And then a scene in where Phoenix gets Thanos over to the Equestria world. Ends up in Equestria only like until Season 4 land. Apollo and Athena are also there. They're characters from Ace Attorney 5. Everyone is here. Rarity is important in this. This is why this is the best case ever. You also get the really dorky badge that he got from the other show, Turnabout Storm. We're in Manhattan for some reason. Coco Pamel, the mayor that for some reason doesn't get as much attention as normal, is involved. She was the one who was blamed for murder. Stuff happened. Here's some backstory of Ace Attorney 5. Spoiler warning, if that game was good. Things happened. This guy's a dick. Yelled at his friends. There's also the theater. We needed the map. There's a noose. Nooses are bad. Super. We're up on the balcony. Oh wait, wasn't there like an epic spelling mistake or something that happened here? Let's take a look at this. Oh wait, I don't think it was here.
So, the supposed...
Oh well, there was supposed to be some sort of like funny spelling error. Things happened. We went to the dressing room. Someone did it. Here's everyone is here. Wait, what? Okay, there's apparently more past. And oh yeah, that just shows off that this is within the Ace Attorney canon. Yep, along with the Layton versus Wright game. And okay, we're done. All right, that's all your summary. Okay, that's your brief summary of what happened in Elements of Justice Turnabout Case 1. All right. He typed in cakewalk instead of catwalk. Yeah, that was the mistake I missed. Right. I forgot that it was catwalk instead of cakewalk. My bad. All right. Well, that's your summary. I hope it was good. So let's get ready to do some Elements of Justice Case 1. This is only the first case. Holy crap. But all right, let's do this. I got a pet. It's cute. It was pretty nasty looking. Cleaning it out so it heals soon. Oh, a video stream? Cool. And to already folks who've seen this, no spoilers. I'd post a clip, but I don't want YouTube to sue me. So, alright, let's frickin' do this. Alright, get the popcorn ready. Let's get this started. February 12th, 9:20 a.m. Manhattan. Oh, we're already in Manhattan District Court. This looks suspiciously like the other last courtroom.
I never thought I'd come back to this world, let alone take on another trial. Come to think of it, I haven't set foot in a courtroom in general for a good while.
This is before Ace Attorney 6, right?
Remember what Athena was talking about yesterday? That was our last case, and that was well over a month ago.
And that was quite a case. It all took within a day.
For 7 years, like you said yesterday, but you've still taken on plenty of murder cases before and since, right?
Yeah, 5. Or 3 of them, actually.
Because there's been a little bit of a hiatus, doesn't mean you'll revert back to being a rookie.
Do we need a tutorial on how to do cases? Though, it's weird because Phoenix had to be in charge of doing the tutorial. Oh, frick. Do we need a tutorial?
Besides, I'd rather focus on making sure you're up to speed on things.
I know how to point my finger.
Come on, I'm not a newbie anymore. I can keep up with everyone else, no sweat.
Athena, there's no shame in being inexperienced. We've all got to start somewhere.
You started with a school case.
Cool! We're about to watch Daddy defend in court in a whole nother world. With cute, magical puppies.
A whole new world.
Say that again. I can't contain my excitement.
Wait, who's the assistant for this one?
See that you're all enjoying yourselves. And thanks again, everyone. Really
This isn't a tourist destination.
Of course.
I mean, if we're talking about New World, I mean, there was the magic place.
Despite the circumstances. By the way, Twilight, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What is it, Apollo?
You mentioned that murder is nearly unheard of in Equestria. The first one to supposedly happen was for the case where Mr. Wright defended Rainbow Dash.
So Wright's to blame, got it.
How can your criminal laws be if such serious crimes rarely, if ever, occur?
Apparently, they're nearly identical to ours. I remember Twilight saying something like Equestria's judicial system was inspired by humans.
What are these humans of which you speak of?
Humans and human law.
Oh, the mirror, right. That makes sense.
Study and practice, and yet it is still evolving. That's why equestrian law is practiced very similarly, and what influenced the designs of nearly all of Equestria's courthouses.
You're cheating!
Well, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, as they say.
Oh, plagiarism. Got it.
Boss?
What's up, Athena?
I was just wondering.
Yeah, who is it?
For the trial, I don't see anyone else who would be up for the task, and we don't have the right badges.
I figured it'd be best to go with Twilight. She was my co-counsel during Rainbow Dash's trial, after all.
I guess that makes sense.
Doesn't she need an equestrian attorney's badge to be allowed to stand in?
Look, Maya didn't need shit, so...
I'm a princess. I can stand in
Maya didn't need crap, so it was okay.
Just a unicorn during Rainbow Dash's case? How could you be Mr. Wright's co-counsel if you weren't a princess?
Student privileges.
Well, Since I was
Yeah, there you go.
a student at the time, she gave me special permission. Phoenix had no experience in how Equestria worked, so we made an appeal to the Equestria High Council to allow me to be there to assist him.
So Megan exists too? Oh, you mean... Oh, G1, right. They did reference G1.
Palmel's sake is our best option. With Twilight by my side, we've got someone who knows the rules of this world like the back of their hand.
There's a headcanon that MLP Gen 1 was in the distant past. Not sure how that's plausible, though.
She's here.
Huh?
It's so weird to transition from the sprite-based stuff over to the cleanly drawn vectors. I don't... It's weird.
Rarity, what's wrong with Coco?
I'm not sure myself. I saw her being escorted here by the guards with this rather...
I mean, it's like she was committed for murder or something.
It pained me to see her looking like that just before her trial, so I thought I'd steal her away from the guards with a little phony charm.
Isn't that a
I
bad?
was hoping I could figure out what's been plaguing her mind, but I'm afraid I haven't been able to get a single word out of her.
Mumble, mumble,
This place
mumble.
is in some serious trouble.
Yo, overseas, right. That was in part Twilight. Or part 3 Twilight.
Hey, Coco. How are you holding up?
Wait, her name's not Coco. That was apparently a bad.
Wow. She's really out of it today.
Since when is someone who is blamed for murder good?
I guess that's understandable. It can't just be that, though. Can it?
Alright, Miss Pamel, you've got nothing to
Can't we use, like, Apollo's bracelet or something?
Here will prove it. He'll show everyone that you had nothing to do with overall concept's murder.
I got the overall concept.
Oh, darling, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, Cartoon Z.
You cared about him. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Gen 1 was overseas. They were weird.
It's fine. Darling, there's something stuck in your mane.
Powder!
What is that?
Oh,
Looks like
glitter.
glitter?
Oh,
As usual, the guards are useless. I mean, what do you want them to do?
I've had a chance to clean myself since I got arrested.
Yeah,
Coco!
funny.
How dare they allow you
I have
to
an
stay
OC.
in detention, especially in your state? Why, that's horrible!
You know, we never saw a prison in Equestria.
Second, I need to calm myself down before the trial begins.
Of course, darling. Go lay on that couch over there and mellow out. It'll help.
You just melt. There's a couch over there.
Well, you would know.
Lady,
Uh,
if you'll excuse me.
I feel right at home again.
Overall
I could just say it's the worst possible thing. Hey!
The two always seem so happy together. If both of
It's
their
you and
letters
me,
were any
and me and
indication,
you, so happy together.
must be hard to lose such a good friend like that. I can't even imagine how she feels.
We never really dived into that except for
Rough.
subtly done.
It's something I wouldn't wish on anyone, and it only makes it worse that she's accused of murdering him. But that's exactly why we need to fight for her.
Feeny, you've been in a position that was like that where you lost someone you cared about. So,
So, Twilight.
of anyone, you're probably the one who can relate the most.
You mean the prosecutor?
Yeah, who is it? Is it Trixie again?
Any idea who it's gonna be?
I believe it's going to be Princess Celestia.
Wait, what? No, hold, what? Hold it! No, what? What?
Make him a prince?
Are you? No.
Yes.
Ah!
And yes.
What? No! No! No!
Pompous excuse for a stab.
Yeah, you tell him.
Please, inside voice. This is a courthouse.
No! No! I object! Objection! Objection!
Stallion whom I've had such high hopes for, only to have them come crashing down. Of course I'm still on bad terms with him.
And damn right!
He's the prosecutor.
No! I refuse!
Lady, I'm sure he's just doing it for the experience. Of all the ponies it could have been, why him?
I'll take Trixie again!
Celestia, you better keep that horse's mouth shut about my little Coco, or I will show him what it truly means to be a royal pain.
I don't...
Hey, getting hostile.
I will too.
Calm yourself down. She could use your company. Yes, you're right.
Goodness, I cannot believe how mad that stallion makes me.
Believe me, I got mad too, Rarity.
Just as dramatic as ever, isn't she?
Yeah,
You don't know
that's
her.
Rarity. Well, that's why I love her.
Screaming almost rivals your cords of steel, Apollo.
For real. She's about as soft as a marshmallow at first glance. Until you anger her and she
I would take it
infect you with
Sonata's a
fire
prosecutor,
and
but that's my
intensity
opinion.
1,000
Yeah,
suns.
me too.
So,
But then
you're
again,
saying
Sonata was
she
blamed for
turned into a
murder too. What?
roasted
Sort of.
marshmallow?
Spoilers for Turnabout Storm.
Now thinking about it makes me hungry. I wish I had some s'mores with me.
S'more sounds good.
Twilight, what did you mean just now?
Yeah, I
when you
hate
said
Blue
this
Blood. If
Blue
folks who
Blood
want
was
context, I
dangerous
absolutely hate
violence?
Blue Blood.
What could warrant
He's
someone
like one of my
making a
least favorite
prosecuting
ponies.
case?
Well, he has royalty. Like I said, he's probably.
Luckily, he hasn't appeared in an episode after the gala episode.
In Equestria, you're going to need extensive knowledge on the law and how to uphold it. As a matter of fact, I've been studying a lot of law since I became a princess myself.
Makes sense.
No kidding. How are you finding it?
How do you like law?
It's been so enjoyable. I can't tell you how amazing it has been. Learning about all the laws that are in place.
So it's like an exam then. You study, then the trial.
If Blue Blood is Celestia's nephew and Luna is Celestia's sister, well, there goes everyone's ships just slowly breaking in half. Crunch. Thanks, Dr. Tex, for that hardcore lore.
I certainly don't remember
All the
that
Luna
much
fans are
of
gonna be
being
mad.
So fun. I'm envious.
So, based on the location of your castle, does that mean Ponyville is technically your kingdom?
Technically?
I wouldn't exactly say that. It's just a place
I mean, it's like Washington, D.C. compared to Maryland.
The castle there too.
I guess.
The castle sort of grew. I mean, built itself there. I had no say in it.
Your castle.
Well, this isn't going to improve your opinion on him. Well, cool.
I even want to know how that's possible.
That makes a oh, Luna's a MILF. Oh, even better. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. 3 if I
You
had a
transformed into
third
an
arm.
iron, became a princess, and now you have your own castle that apparently built itself? I thought my life was crazy, but your life really got turned
Well, considering your life for normal folks,
Will the defendant
yeah.
and their attorney please enter the courtroom?
That won't stop people from shipping them. Yeah.
I'd love to talk about
Not
what's
wrong.
happening in Equestria.
Equestria's been fucking nuts, Feeny.
I hope you're ready, Phoenix.
ready as I'll ever be.
Good luck, Mr. Wright.
We'll be
I'm-
cheering you on from the gallery.
I'm ready to object and yell at folks.
Thanks, everyone. All right, Twilight, let's head inside.
Right behind you, Phoenix.
He hates most character of Pony DM. Oh good, Prince Blueball's still a douche. Just what I wanted to hear. Yeah, me too. I'm still not gonna like him. Great. The pompous dick. Alright, Manhattan District Court, courtroom number 2. Ooh. Oh, yep, there he is. Court is now in session, all rise. Is it the same judge again? Oh, it's the same judge again. And they got the same VA back.
The prosecution has.
Oh, I hate you so much.
The defense is ready. Your Honor.
Oh, they spritified the Dual Destinies models.
New? But what?
Wait, why is the judge here?
Oh, wow. Hiya, Judge.
Hey, Judge, how's it going? Hey, bro. I'm just watching the show.
Don't forget me, Your Honor.
Hey, Trucy, too.
Miss Wright! It seems as though Mr. Wright's brought the whole gang along.
Twilight.
Hey, DM, what you playing? YouTube. I'm playing YouTube.
Did I forget to mention that I summoned the judge here again?
The judge just gets a lot. Just needs to get out of the courtroom.
There's just been so much going on. I guess it just slipped my mind. But
It
hey,
isn't? Oh.
it's a nice surprise
The
for me.
Wilstonator. Oh, okay. I know him.
Even the judge is
It
growing
sounded
more
like him, but
than I am.
yeah, it might be an
That's
impression.
too low. So why did you summon him again? I thought you said
Because it's
Blake
funny.
is the one who usually presides as the judge. Was this another decision made by the High Council?
Probably.
No, I just thought you'd be more
Is that surprise in the background?
exciting, much like before. So, I put in a request to summon him again, and the court agreed. Besides, your judge loves being in a
He does love this place.
A while after you last time, you know. Apparently,
Yeah, Fluttershy's in the stand.
some
I see her.
celebration. I knew
And I
you'd
see
get the chance to
Surprise.
come back.
And I think that's Cloud Chaser?
That's very thoughtful.
Yeah, thanks. I mean,
certainly do feel I'd
whatever. The judge is cool.
And
A lot better than the
I
Korean
think I'm
judge.
more fair than him, if I'm being honest.
I do like how the judge is how funny he is. What? Yeah, I don't hate him at all. The judge is a cool guy.
I hope you all have as wonderful a
I never disliked the judge, so.
Well, they were kind of dragged along, so they had no choice.
If I may interject, may we cease this?
I thought that said
chat
shit
on
chat.
trial already?
Shit chat.
Of course.
Whoops.
My apologies, Mr.
I'm so sorry. Oh.
Your Honor.
Oh.
I am the
Great. Another prosecutor who looks like they're going to ensure an
We haven't had a douchebag as a prosecutor yet.
That being said,
Might as well. Well, I guess a certain someone, but yeah.
Me?
He's a likable
What
douche,
am I
though.
supposed to be?
You're Human.
My name's Phoenix Wright. I'm Miss Palmel's defense attorney.
Hello, every pony in the stands.
so it is you then.
They still make him
Famous
punchable.
Phoenix Wright,
Yep.
the human lawyer who served
Well,
as
you're
the
supposed to
defense in
hate the
TS5
prosecutor,
incident.
so in these games at least, except for like Edgeworth, who gets so much development.
He's imitated.
The
Yeah, pretty much. We all
police
need the
here in
douche.
Capitol, following that unfortunate incident near Ponyville.
Do you have a whip?
Talking about Rainbow Dash's trial, I suppose it must have been big news, considering the
It's like she was accused for committing murder or something.
It was an impressive victory, especially since you proved that there wasn't even a murder to begin with.
Oh yeah, let me know how the audio levels are in case I need to turn up the
Your defeat
volume.
is guaranteed, as this case could not be more open and shut. I'd recommend giving up before I bring the same shame and humiliation upon you that I brought upon the rest of the attorneys I've encountered.
You've done others?
As a stallion of royal blood,
Are you the
being
rookie killer?
such as yourself is something I am simply incapable of doing.
Mouse has nothing on this guy. Yeah.
on how not to
Every story needs that one dirtbag. Yeah.
Now, I think
Okay.
it's about time we got on with the trial. Will the prosecution please begin their opening?
Oh, I hear the Wilsonator's voice in that. Yeah, I hear it.
Here we go, Phoenix.
I hear him.
Crime took place
I hope he's doing well, by the way. He seems to be if he's voicing this.
where the play Hitty of the Hills was being
You don't hate most of the prosecutors in that one.
played here.
The only one that I was genuinely mixed by was, the dude in the recent game, actually.
This looks interesting. I'll have to get a ticket to the next show as soon as the trial is over.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, that will be impossible due to the.
Oh yeah, he did get married. I was there when he,
future showings at Broadway Theater.
when he dropped the question, so I'm well aware of that.
The show in question was
I'm well aware of the
completed
proposal.
7 hours before the play even started. The last ticket
Nayuta,
was
yeah,
for the defendant
that's him.
around noon that
He's probably the one I'm the most mixed by. He has that weird mix of Edgeworth and Francisca and kind of carries the weight of both.
Well, that's a shame. I don't suppose there are any other sights in the city I could catch while I'm here.
There's a whole fucking land, dude.
race here soon. I suppose if you're still here, you could watch that.
Ooh, a hint on what could be for the next case?
Young people are these days. My brother is, though.
Remember the blood? Remember the brother?
I'd like us to get back to the case of who?
Remember his brother who was Canadian? That was great.
My apologies. Please continue, Prince Blueblood.
Thank you, Your Honor. The victim in this case is overall concept.
My
who
OC.
works as the head
Do not
costume
steal.
for the theater. Allow me to present his autopsy report for your perusal.
Better not need an update later. Spinal cord, bruise in the back, glitter. Oh shit, glitter. Oh, that's bad.
It seems as though the victim was
Hi, DM.
unconscious
Hey,
at the
Devastator.
time of his death. It's at least comforting to know that he didn't suffer.
Indeed, Your Honor.
The victim was.
That's the last thing I want to think about.
I'd better
Thank you.
leave that detail.
As for the
Yeah,
defendant,
that's fine.
that would be the victim's assistant, Miss Coco Pamel.
Because you always need to blame the
Several
assistant.
months ago. On that fateful night, Miss Pamel and Mr. Concept were in the dressing room working on various costumes. As the
Who
play-
voiced Blue Blood?
This is likely how Glitter found
It's kinda a bit quiet. Alright, I'll turn it up a
As
bit.
stated in the autopsy report. Around 8:50 p.m., Miss Pamel attacked Mr. Concept in the dressing room. Attempting to save himself, Mr.
Alright, is that better?
But Miss Pamel gave chase. The victim ran up
Oh,
to the
see,
catwalk that runs above the stage, with the unsuspecting actor still performing below. It was on this catwalk where the defendant caught up to the victim and mercilessly attacked him once more, knocking him unconscious with a bullet.
And we don't get a visual aid for this.
Wasting no time, she wrapped a noose around the unconscious victim's neck. With the other end of the rope tied to the catwalk's railing, she pushed his body off the edge and hanged him in front of a full house of 5,000.
Well, that's just really screwed up. Oh, hey, Derpy, and the doctor.
What a cruel and horrible
Heard your
way to
absolute
die.
failure. Gumfuck not tell you.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor.
Look at the updated autopsy
This
report.
is just pure speculation. What makes you think my client is the killer?
That is fucking brutal. Jesus Christ.
And you think the
Eh,
fact
well,
that they were
yeah.
friends is enough to let her off the hook?
Excuse me, Blue Blood. What kind of world do we live in?
If your case has as much evidence as your opening statement, it might as well be enough. I expected more than just pure speculation from you, Mr. Blue Blood.
Prince Blue Blood.
Oh,
For your
okay.
information, none of this is, as you say,
I love that video.
pure
Sorry, no
speculation.
problem.
Not only do I have physical evidence to back up my claim,
I have the
but there
updated
is
autopsy
decisive
report.
witness who saw the
Oh,
whole
great, a
thing.
decisive witness. Don't worry, I love that phrase.
Right. And allegedly, he saw Coco chasing Overall up to the catwalk.
Let's hope he doesn't say anything too conclusive before you even get a chance to fight back.
Please call
Oh yeah,
this
I turned up the volume a bit better, so let me know if that's okay. Alright, who's the witness? Oh, it's,
Witness, state your name and occupation.
aren't you that other guy
The
I
name
met
is
there?
Playwright.
Playwright, yeah.
I'm the director of Broadway Theater.
This
My
guy.
job is to make sure that all of
Oh,
my
there's
plays
Lyra
are nothing
and,
short of masterpieces.
And DJ Pone 3.
Your
Final
passion
scratch.
for the craft is duly noted, witness. Now, is it true that you saw the defendant chasing the victim 2 nights ago?
Yes, it is. I couldn't stand their loud hoof steps. I was worried that they were going to interrupt my play, you see. This
It's the
performance
darker
was
Weird Al Pony.
It truly is a shame that your play was interrupted by such a horrific tragedy. Mr. Playwright, I would like
Yeah,
you
I
to
didn't
please
see Rarity.
testify as to what you saw on the night of the murder.
It would be
Test.
my
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
This is it, Phoenix.
Let's hear what he has to say.
All right. Witness testimony. I love these. I miss this. It's been a while since we had an Ace Attorney game. Oh, there's everyone. Wait, is that a recolor of Rainbow Dash up there? She was
I was
orange.
at the wing of the stage, watching my play being performed. Suddenly, I saw Mr. Concept being chased by Miss Pommel up the catwalk. I
Okay.
tried to ignore the disturbance they were causing, but then I saw Mr. Concept hanging right above center stage. I ran up to the catwalk immediately and saw Miss Pommel looking down from where Mr. Concept fell. As much as I hate to believe it, Miss Pommel must have been the one who killed
I
him.
think we need to press that
Can't
last
see anything
statement.
else that would suggest otherwise.
All right. Okay. That's been our thing.
The defendant really was chasing the victim.
Yes, I have
Shit,
no doubt
I
in
know
my
her.
mind.
She's at the end of Turnabout Storm when Nick was looking for
I do.
Trixie.
Besides, you can't pronounce Coco Pommel's name properly.
He seems pretty
Coco
confident.
Pommel. Pommel.
Don't they all? Anyway, all we need to get the ball rolling is a contradiction in his testimony.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh boy, my favorite shit. Okay, let's do this. Cross-examination! Although we don't get the face shots, dang it.
I was in the left wing of the stage, watching my play being performed.
Hold it! Well, that's some
What was
good-ass
this play
looking
about?
vectors.
It's about a mare named Hinny. She's an orphan who's determined to find her parents, who she was separated from. at
Henny of the
birth.
Hills?
Oh? How'd they get separated?
Well, it's an incredible tale.
Objection! My
What a pompous objection!
to see this play when the showings resume. How dare you try to spoil it for me? That is absolutely irrelevant to this case.
Objection!
My apologies. I just love talking about this story.
I like talking about my
I
works.
wanted to know how it all ends.
We all
So,
did, it was
you said
murder.
you were watching from the left side of the stage. Didn't the chase happen on the right
Why is
side?
Lyra not going crazy right now? Because hands? Oh yeah, because
House
pointing.
left wing? In that case, no, I was on the other side.
But you just said you were on the left side.
Do you know anything about the performing arts?
Exit stage left.
Kinda? I mean, I was in the art department in college.
Which is actually true. I don't know about the stage actor part, but the art department thing is true.
Trust me, you wouldn't last a day in the business.
I like his objection's pretty good
Thanks
though.
for the advice on a career choice I gave up on nearly 15 years ago.
Yeah, and then became a lawyer.
Since you're obviously on the ignorant side when it comes to stage terminology, let me give you a little lesson. They were running through the stage left wing, but it's also called the house right wing. You call it stage left if you're looking at the audience from the stage, and you call it house right if you're looking at the stage from the audience. I just tend to go with the stage terms because I'm usually behind the curtains.
There's a lot of filler dialogue. Well, I mean, if you're playing a Phoenix Wright game, you can either object fast or you
I'll
don't.
go with your version and call it the right side. Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
I do see what you mean, though, considering that we have to deal with this pompous ass for a bit.
Why watch from the side? Wouldn't directors normally watch from the audience?
You're right. Many directors do tend to watch from the audience, but I like to be up close and personal during a
You can barely see the whole damn
My
thing.
performers are at the top of their game.
You can see the whole thing from, like, the front.
Your actors to give it their all.
Oh, of course not. My performers are among the best in the business. Or they are now, at least. I just take a few
Before then, they
extra
could barely
precautions
perform
to
a
make
Christmas
sure that
Carol.
my plays are absolute perfection.
I see. So no mistakes at all then.
Yeah, hey, Ventus is the win. Yeah, we're watching the MLP Ace Attorney crossover.
If it wasn't for what was happening backstage.
Yeah, not a big deal, I feel. I agree with you, though.
Suddenly, I saw Mr. Concept being chased by Miss Pommel up the catwalk.
Are you sure it ain't the cakewalk?
You saw Miss Pommel chasing the victim? Weren't you watching the stage for any potential screw-ups from your actors?
Well, I had no choice but to look. Their obnoxiously loud hoof steps were distracting me from watching.
What do you think of it so far? Looks good so far.
Whoever it was, and scream at
I
them,
mean,
but
I'm
it was
shocked on
during
who the
show, so I had to
prosecutor
keep
is.
quiet. I did complain to my stage manager, though. He was standing right next to me during both acts of the play.
His stage manager was with him.
Okay, so the stage manager did it. I got it. I got your back, guys. I know this.
15-minute intermission between acts 1 and 2.
And what were you doing during that time?
Overseeing the stage hooves work. They had a lot to do to get ready for the second act, you see.
What did this work entail?
Well, they had to completely clear the stage of all the props, as well as any debris that would cause problems for the actors on stage. Mainly tripping hazards.
And tripping sucks.
What time was all of this happening?
The intermission started at around 8 o'clock and it ended at 8:15. The second act would have run from then until 9 o'clock if Overall hadn't been murdered.
Did you see Overall at all during the intermission?
Actually, I
Yep, he did it. He killed the guy. He did it. He did everything.
To discuss something with me, and then he left right before the intermission ended. He said he and his assistant had to start working on coating a new sheet of fabric and paint.
Okay, so something about getting these things
That's
painted.
a private matter. It has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, suspicious. Got it.
You're not the one who gets to make that judgment, Mr. Playwright. Tell us what he wanted to talk to you about. Remember, you're under oath.
Witness, please tell us what you discussed with the victim.
It was just something related to the fabric. That's all.
I know the victim. It's you. Oh, I did it. Got it.
I asked him to make a special fabric for the next show we were planning. He wanted to confirm the details with me.
That must be the special fabric he told Rarity about in his letters to her.
Oh, right. That was
Did you
brought
see him
up.
again after that?
Not until the chase, no.
Even though the two of them met, it would have been before the time of death. I seriously doubt anything could have been done to throw that off, given the state of the crime scene.
I mean, it was clean.
Playwright can't be the killer. And when did the chase occur again?
It was near the conclusion of the play. I'd say it was probably around 8:50 p.m.
The time of death is estimated to be between 8:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. this all lines up perfectly with the
I think I see what you mean, Rusty. Usually these hold it sections don't usually go for this long, unless they're really special.
So, is the stagehouse direction thing still applied here?
Forget it. I'll just show you on the
Oh man, oh, I got to clear my throat there.
From this side, and I looked in this direction to see what was causing all the
Okay, so you're in the right.
So, you were facing the dressing room then?
Yes.
How exactly did you know it was them? Isn't the backstage dark during the play?
I mean, isn't it?
Yes, but not pitch black. I was able to make out their
So your testimony ain't that reliable then. Playwright looks tired. I mean, makes sense.
On that side, does that mean there was someone else on the other side of the stage?
Yes, the stage hooves I mentioned before. They were all positioned at the right, or rather left if we're going by house terms, wing of the stage.
How long have they been there?
They were there throughout the entire first act.
So they were all the way over there.
They came on stage to clean and prepare for Act 2. Then, they returned to the left wing for the second act.
In that case, what brought you to the conclusion that Coco was chasing overall? Couldn't it have been one of the stage hooves that left their post?
Oh, what?
Sorry,
What'd I do?
That's impossible. The stage hooves were all interrogated after.
Yeah, about this time I was thinking get on with it, but I think it does pick up a bit.
Left the right wing during the second act. I assume your next proposal is going to be that all of the stage hooves were in league with one another.
Yeah, it's a coup. It's a coup d'etat.
That seems unlikely. We better look for other possibilities.
Because I'm thinking about this in the game perspective. If I had to reread all this stuff when I just pressed one statement, I'd just be like, oh my god. Even holding the button will take like about a minute in order for this to read through all this. Then again, this is all, you know, voiced, so it will take a bit longer.
Miss Pommel looked a little scared yet determined.
She's filled with determination.
Running for help after all. As for Mr. Concept, he looked very angry.
Angry?
And he was angry.
I don't blame him. He'd just been attacked by his partner, no less.
I'd be more scared than angry if some pony was attacking me.
Yeah.
Good point. Let's see what other little tidbits we can get out of Playwright. Maybe he'll let...
Because, yeah, something like this would have been something that you'd save until after you presented evidence. But, yeah, that's semantics, you know. Agree to rarity to blue blood. Yeah, I agree with rarity on that. But, I mean...
That's enough to ruin a play as it is. Not to mention that horrific hanging that happened not even a minute after they ran by.
Those poor guys.
How did you react to his death?
How else? Oh no!
Like every pony else who
Or,
saw it,
ah!
horrified, distraught. My play was ruined, and one of my employees was killed. I wanted to find...
I'm glad that that took second place.
So I went up to that catwalk, and I was shocked at what I found.
I mean, she could have been the first one to discover the body. Yeah, that is about the same length that I would expect from holding a single statement.
And how did Miss Pommel appear when you saw her there?
She looked unfocused, as if she couldn't believe what she was seeing.
It's like she was the one that discovered the body. Maybe.
Off the catwalk with the noose that had been prepared.
Wait a minute. You're claiming that the noose had been prepared?
Priorities, Playwright. Yeah, he has priorities.
Honestly, just look at the poster.
Oh, Henny. Oh, they're actually using that as a reference.
I can see right through you, human. You were planning on asking...
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. They used that one point from Rarity Takes Manhattan into this. Funny.
Well, this monkey's quick on his feet.
I like that, though. I actually really like that. Only because that was such a weird scene.
That's right. It was supposed to be used during the climax of the play. But I certainly didn't plan for that.
Well, it certainly made things exciting.
It makes you feel better. It's a twist ending no one will ever forget.
Ha! Twist! Yeah, that was bad. Really bad.
It was during the intermission. That was another task the stage hooves had to complete before the second act, on top of clearing the catwalk of any debris. I can assure you it was done flawlessly. I went up there just as they were finishing to check it myself. The noose was ready, and the catwalk was spotless. From that point on, the stage
I mean, I would have found that shit to be dangerous when I watched Rarity Takes Manhattan, so there's that.
My stage manager.
Did the stage hooves report anyone going up to the catwalk during the second act?
They did not. Along with none of them leaving their positions, not a single one has made mention of seeing any pony go up or down the stairs, leading to the catwalk after the second act had begun, even after the murder had occurred.
Oh, I better move this.
It's a classic locker room murder then.
Yeah, yep. We've seen these before.
While you were up there.
I'm certain. No one else was on that catwalk besides.
So the
Mr.
setup was
Powell
between
and
8 and
myself.
8:15. Yep.
She was standing right above where Mr. Concept was, you know, pushed down from.
Did you see anything else on the catwalk at all?
Well, there was a small pile of glitter and a glitter-stained fabric roll.
Oh,
next to
great.
Mr. Powell.
That's not
I didn't
good.
pay them much attention, really.
Glitter-stained fabric roll. Huh. When we went to investigate the theater yesterday, we only saw the pile of glitter.
That would be because the police already removed it for examination. I have it right here. It was found exactly where the witness said it was in his testimony.
And Coco hadn't cleaned herself since the murder happened. Great. And she has the glitter.
I say, Prince. Do my eyes deceive
It's
me?
funny, we actually do have
That
someone that
fabric roll
goes by
had
a different
several
title like
splinters
that.
sticking from it.
Some pony could have just
It does
flown up
indeed,
there.
Your Honor. It would appear as though this roll has seen its fair share of use over the years.
Something about that fabric roll doesn't sit right with me.
Well,
And what did you do after
let's
you
see if
found
we can
Miss
object
Palmer?
to it.
Well, I had to make sure she didn't try to get away, so I stayed on the catwalk and called out to my stage manager standing below to cancel the play and call for the police. They arrived relatively quickly and arrested Miss Pommel right where I found
Do we have an equivalent of a Dick Gumshoe in this world?
You must have said something to her when you walked up there, right?
We didn't actually say a word to each other.
The fabric roll is the murder weapon?
Miss Pommel just started.
That would be quite a murder weapon.
I felt
Well,
bad
how?
for her,
I
but
don't
was
think it would be
certain
that
she was the
hard.
one who murdered overall concept. So instead of asking her anything, I just kept watch and let her be until the police arrived.
A classic case of crocodile tears.
Right. I forgot. We need to live in the world of MLP.
Your directing skills must have helped you make that flawless judgment. Good on you, witness.
Thanks. Although I have to give her credit, she sure made them look real.
If it's Coco, it's likely real.
She had just lost a friend, and the first thing you assume is that she's the one who murdered him? I'd be upset too, if I were in her
Yeah, really goddamn upset.
As you can see, this witness has given a remarkably solid testimony.
Did we press every statement? I swear we had more.
Human.
A solid testimony? Well, wait
I'm
until
sure
you see the
do.
crack.
We've bona
I'm
fide
about to
everything.
split it
Yeah.
wide open.
Any closing remarks, witness?
Is it? There's one more statement, ain't there?
As much as I hate
There it
to
is.
believe it, Miss Pommel must have been the one who killed him. I can't see anything else that would suggest otherwise.
The roll.
Are you absolutely sure about that last part?
Yeah,
witness?
I wish there was a gumshoe in this universe. Yeah, we needed a pony gumshoe.
Well,
Because we don't have any, unless we have a bumbling guard.
What? Are you calling me a liar?
not necessarily. It could be that you simply failed to take something into account.
I'm sorry?
Uh-oh.
He failed to take something into account, you say? Humor me then.
This haughtiness
What is it
fits
you claim the witness
Francisca.
did not give proper consideration.
That would, of course.
Yep, it's the
be his
fabric roll.
The
Just
fabric-
throw it at him.
Mr. Playwright, when you saw Coco and Overall run by, were either of them holding anything?
If they had been, I would have mentioned that in my testimony. I'm not in the habit of making such a simple mistake as
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's not around. I think he's the chief of police,
How does
actually.
the prosecution intend to account for this?
Stop talking in riddles, defense. What is it that you're trying to say?
Well, now he is
Playwright has
in the
stated
modern
that he did
canon.
not see Miss
That's a good
Pomel
animation
victim
for it.
holding the fabric roll during the chase. We've also established that no one else went up or down the catwalk from the time the second act started to when Playwright ascended to the catwalk after the murder. The testimonies of both Playwright and the stage hooves confirm this. If this is true, then where in the world did the fabric roll come from?
It was just there.
What?
Oops.
Nice one, Phoenix.
Our first contradiction of the day. Now, let's start turning this case.
Objection!
Hold on.
Is that all
Objection!
you got, feeble lawyer?
What do you
Objection!
mean? This is a serious contradiction.
I have to agree with the defense here. How could the fabric roll end up on top of the catwalk if neither of the parties that went up there were
Oh, it
carrying
yeah, it
anything?
proves that there was a third one.
I believe
What was that?
Explanation, Your Honor.
Are you combing yourself or something? What's going on?
Witness, when you saw the victim being chased by Miss Pomel, how far ahead was he?
Uh-oh.
Well, he'd already started climbing up the catwalk, so pretty far. If I had looked a second later, I probably would have missed him entirely.
And there you have it.
OC tripped on the roll. That's a fucking shame.
Understand.
Then
If that
allow me
happens.
to explain in a manner that even a commoner such as yourself can follow. The fabric roll was brought up to the catwalk by overall concept.
So he was
Since
carrying
he was ahead
it?
of Miss Pomel and was already partly up the stairs to the catwalk by the time the witness took a glance at them, it would make perfect sense as to why he would miss this detail.
That does seem to explain it. I imagine it would be rather difficult.
So you're going with the argument that he didn't see it. Well, here's a way you could prove it. Does he have glitter on him?
I couldn't agree more, Your Honor.
Well, there goes that contradiction. Now what?
Don't give up yet, Phoenix.
Twilight?
I think we still have some room to maneuver. There's something
Why is
that
Blue Blood
hasn't
here?
established
I don't know.
yet that
He's the
demands an explanation.
he's the prosecutor.
You're right. Good
And
thinking,
hey, Dark
Twilight.
Reaper.
Prosecutor Blue Blood.
Or Prince, whatever.
Prince Blue Blood. There's still something vital to this case that you've yet to establish.
And that would be...
A clear motive. It's been mentioned before that the victim and the
Uh-oh, here we
were
go.
close friends.
It has to do with money somehow.
Of all ponies would want to kill him.
Oh, you really want to know?
Oh boy!
I really regret asking that question.
Please, Blue Blood, enlighten me.
Honor.
Yes, Prince Blueblood?
The prosecution
Yeah, glitter
would like to
shines like a
call the
diamond.
defendant herself to the stand.
Objection!
Wait.
What are you planning to have her testify?
Wait, why are you planning on having her
Don't worry,
testify?
It's nothing she'll need to plead the fifth for. All she needs to do is tell us about her living situation.
Yeah, it's just like glitter sticks, and we've seen that with Coco, so...
Prince Blueblood, I too failed to
Let it be
see
known
how
once
the
again I'm
defendant's
exactly
living
47
situation could
minutes in the
possibly be of
stream.
any use to
Congrats,
us.
Josiah.
If
Also
you'll allow
welcome.
me to present this testimony, Your Honor,
Welcome
I
to the stream. We're
guarantee
watching
I'll
the
be able to
YouTubes.
establish its relevance to the case at hand. Unless, of course, the defense has so little faith in his own client.
We let our dumbass best friend testify. We can let our client do this.
If that's the case, I can request that this trial be brought to a swift resolution if you'd like.
I swear this is like the fourth time. Well, at least you're here, man.
Clear that the defendant is the only one who had the opportunity to murder the victim. These extra bits of testimony and evidence will only serve to chip away at your fragile ego.
Well, Phoenix's ego has been kind of shredded to the frickin' ground the more he becomes a defense attorney.
Turn this trial around.
Yeah, turn it around. Get
We're
it.
gonna have to
Okay.
get through this testimony.
It's a thing they do.
Do you wish to have your client testify?
She was in jail. How is this gonna
It would
help?
be very hard
Well,
to
she was there, and she was brought in here.
Blueblood can establish the relevance he is claiming.
Do note that should you choose not to have her testify, I will call for a ruling.
What?
This trial will end here.
What is that smug look?
What do we do?
Mm,
If we don't let
look at
people
me.
testify, we're going to lose this trial.
Well then, we'll just have to allow it.
Mm.
We have much choice.
But what if
Your client is guilty. Hmm.
any more damage damage to our case.
I know it's risky.
Is that
Fleetwood said
Thespio
he
voicing the
still has
judge?
some more
Yep, the
evidence against
Wilstonator.
Coco. If we can force it out of him, we should
I
still be able to
mean,
save
hey, it works, right? We'll see.
The defense agrees to the prosecution's request, Your Honor. Let's hear the defendant's
It
testimony.
ain't the last time. Is that like his smug look or
You've dug your
something?
own grave, human attorney.
I'm guessing that was the intention
Let
by
defendant
the,
take the stand.
you know, by the creator of this, just to make it look off. Maybe.
Please state your name and occupation for the record.
Never show me. Coco, come on. You have more development than this compared to the 9 seasons of the show. You can do it.
I yellowed my friend, you pompous jerk!
Thank you! Thank you!
Will the pony in the audience please refrain from
Thank you! This is why you're my fave.
Rarity, now's not the time.
Now is every time!
My name is Coco Pomel.
The right time is every time, I feel.
Yes, was the assistant costume designer at Bridalway.
He almost thinks of Manfred's grin.
Well,
Yeah.
Please testify about your
Oh, you did? Oh,
political
wow.
arrangements in as much
Yeah, that
detail
smug
as
look
you
is
can
awkward.
imagine.
But then again, I think that was the intention. Probably.
Or Coco. I hope this isn't gonna
I don't
be
know who was the one who did all the vectors for this. I don't know if he did it himself or he asked artists. Yeah, see, there's the recolor Rainbow Dash at the top right. Friendship with overall.
Since I started living on my own,
Let's see.
I've been staying at various hotels across Manhattan.
Yes, you had.
I've never been that wealthy, so that was all I could manage until I met Overall. He took me under
There's
his
always a
wings
time to
and
roast
places,
Blue Blood.
and even offered to let me live with him in his apartment.
Oh, really?
Much joy to him as he
You live with him?
it seems. I don't know what I'm
Oh, well, you poor thing. You poor thing.
What a tragic story.
That is a good Coco voice. I did like her.
Tearing up.
Don't be fooled, Your Honor. This is merely her psychological manipulation at work.
Wait, psychological? Does that mean we need Athena?
On the outside, but on the inside, she's deviously dancing in delight.
I mean, we've seen Dahlia.
This is slander.
Phoenix,
Sustained.
you've seen Dahlia.
Blood, I will not allow comments like that.
Judge, you've also seen Dahlia.
You commoners and your bleeding hearts.
We can't really excuse the fact.
You may cross-examine the witness.
Coco didn't mention any of this to me yesterday. I wonder why not. No use thinking about it now.
Yeah, she's totally not Dahlia, but I'm just bringing it up. It's just like, we can't trust usually on impressions like that. If Coco was Dahlia, then my fucking, like, world would be shattered.
ever since
Yeah,
I
it's still
moved
slander.
home.
Yeah.
I've been staying at various hotels across Manhattan.
I've seen your apartment. Your apartment was okay.
No.
Unless it's supposed to tie into...
I owed to those who were there to support me. Rarity, Overall, my parents, and even my old mentor.
Your old mentor.
Yeah,
Is this
Surrey
the one we were
Polo
talking
Mare.
about yesterday? The one who always said it's every pony for themselves in the big city.
Yes, her.
Well, no one likes her, so...
And took up a job at the theater. Thanks to Rarity.
I mean, does anyone like
You
her?
don't sound too happy about that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's... I was about to make that joke, Josiah. I was thinking friendship with benefits.
But
Dahlia was a great villain, though. She's a bitch, but man, she was great.
just once in my life, I'd like to achieve something that had been delivered to me on a silver platter.
Oh, you'll have your chance at season 5. Wait a minute.
Certain major role in.
I see.
Bummer.
Then
Friendship with magic. Oh, shut up.
I grow weary of your stalling tactics, human. You are her attorney, not her therapist.
Yeah, she's over at the bench over there. I ain't a
So I
therapist.
suggest you get on with it.
Get on with it.
seem to be that unpleasant.
Objection sustained.
Alright, fine.
Cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Who's Dahlia again? Dahlia is a central character in Trials and Tribulations.
That wealthy. So that was all I could
She's basically the overall antagonist for the story.
Did you really have so little money that you could barely afford a place to live?
Yes.
Godo is still top.
After a bit
Is he
of
technically a villain?
she
Kind of, I
always
guess.
for both of us with
Either way, yeah, I love Godo.
the designs she sold.
What was that she was about to say? And what about when you became an assistant costume designer at Bridalway? Did you make more money then?
Maybe not.
I was only an assistant, and an apprentice at that. The director, playwright, didn't trust my skills enough to give me any
What a
work I
jerk.
worked hard for.
You did good with those dresses.
I'm sure I would have had to quit that job for a better paying one elsewhere.
Ouch.
So, Overall was able to support you and himself?
Yes, he was paid handsomely as the head costume designer of the biggest theater in the country.
Oh, okay, so you gave him part, so he gave you part of the money. Well, that was nice of him.
He saw through the theater as well.
Was he really that well known?
Of course he was.
How did he get to be that famous?
Well, I can only tell you what I heard from him, but apparently, after his parents passed away a couple of years ago, he fell into a rather deep depression. They were his only family, and his only source of encouragement, you see. He thought about giving up on his dream to become a designer. However, he soon realized he'd be betraying his parents' hopes for him if he did, and so he poured himself into his work. He slaved day and night to create design.
Yeah, I agree with Nether there.
He decided to enter a contest, one that would essentially guarantee a successful career in design, should he win.
So he worked hard.
He did.
Wow,
Afterwards,
okay.
his designs became
Wow,
well
poor
known
guy.
across
What a
Australia.
poor guy.
And his
Jesus.
at Bridalway Theatre as his head costume designer.
I made it. Hey Blaze, how's it going? We're an hour into the movie.
Wow. Overall must
He
have
was,
been
yeah. He was
stylish,
definitely antagonistic. I don't deny that, Dr. Tex.
but also achieve his lifelong dream.
Only because he was out to get Phoenix. For
Only he had
reasonable and obvious reasons.
he could have.
I won't say more because trials and tribulations.
Maybe if you didn't kill him, he could have done so. You've no one to blame but yourself, defendant.
Oh, you freaking douche! Come on! No! Dude!
Don't worry, Coco. I'm gonna get you out of this.
Ugh. To be quite blunt, I think that's one thing that the prosecutors would say, actually.
Apartment.
Hello, I'm back. What did I miss? Blue blood being a
Tell me
douche.
about any of this yesterday.
What do you mean?
Yesterday in the
Yeah,
when I
I'd
asked
say
you about your
that.
relationship with overall
He
concept.
realized the error in his ways by the end anyways. Yeah, I know. It has been over a year, over a decade, but hey, folks,
Just good friends who like
the game has been recently released on Steam,
Had a
so
design better take a vote.
not many folks owned a DS when they were kids. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be all like, oh, there's no spoilers and
I
whatnot.
took that to mean you were nothing more than coworkers. Was I wrong when I made that?
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Coco?
You discounted Mayo.
Coco!
Coco!
Did you purposely mislead me into believing you two were connected by nothing more than your work?
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I was afraid that you wouldn't take my case otherwise.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh,
Why would
no.
you think that?
Oh, smug bitch, look.
I don't like the sound of that. You're
Smug.
hiding from me.
Oh, I thought my computer turned off. That would have been bad.
Seems. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hold it!
Okay.
Every pony keeps saying that you two seem to get along so well. First Playwright, and then even Rarity said that you told her how happy Overall made you feel in your letters to her.
Yeah, so why would you be blamed?
Friends. Everyone in the theater knew that.
And that's exactly
Everyone's
why
reacting
I'm
the
so
same
puzzled.
way, but then again,
What do you
Blue
mean?
Blood's a douche, so
You
it
just said
fits.
that you were afraid I wouldn't take your case if I knew the truth about your living arrangements prior to today.
Yeah,
Oh, you must have known that I have heard nothing but positive comments about your relationship with the victim from those who knew you both.
yeah, unless you're providing like a really big ruse.
You were living together.
Please elaborate. Oh great, Cyclops come in?
Attorney. The answer is so obvious, I'm surprised it's taking you
Oh,
this
oh
long to
great.
realize it.
Please enlighten me,
Know the
Blue
reason,
Blood.
Why not just say so
Just
already?
enlighten me.
Were you trying to establish some sort of motive with this testimony? Let's hear it then.
Yeah,
Very well. I would like to
Uh-oh.
take a look at this.
What is it?
What is this, Prince Blueblood?
It's a document that recognizes both Coco Pamel and overall
It is money.
domestic partners. The two entered into this partnership not long after they began living together.
And how is that relevant?
It is money.
My attorney. Are you not aware?
Yeah,
of
Cyclops
the
don't come in
primary
court, but it does
aspects of
happen.
domestic
It did
partnership?
happen once.
Sorry. It's,
I'm not good at real estate, sorry.
sadly.
And you call yourself a lawyer? What a
Oh, excuse me, we only did
Very
civil
well, I
lawyering
shall
like
explain.
once throughout the
If
series.
a partner passes away intestate, that's without leaving behind a will for you uninformed.
It is
partners,
money.
When they are in a domestic partnership, as Mr. Concept did, their partner will receive all of their assets.
So everything goes to Coco.
Oh, no!
Yes! Now you finally get it. That is why this poor...
I played Danganronpa, so all this stuff is actually not too beyond the realms of possibility. So, ouch.
For herself.
Question of blue. You want to have a bad time? Oh, good. There is actually people talking within there. Wow, that is low
Order in the
quality.
court! I must admit, that certainly sounds like an incredibly plausible motive for murder.
Of course it is, Your Honor.
I mean,
because
it is within the realm of possibility.
Why did you hide
That's
this from me?
definitely from that.
How am I supposed to recover from
The expressions are funny. Well, it's Ace Attorney.
No! This motive, it's almost too perfect!
Hey guys, I know that all this stuff doesn't make sense for Coco, but let's just say this: Coco's also dirt poor. So,
to prepare for this?
Well, you have to say something!
I'll throw something at him. There you go.
Guilty!
Objection! The defendant was being supported very well by the victim. She didn't need to steal his money.
Feeny, more money is
Did I
kind
ever
of
say
welcomed.
she was after his money
How about
specifically?
the
What
esteem?
do you mean?
Recall what I said, attorney. She would
Yep,
include all
the
of
esteem.
Concept's assets. Assets, attorney. Like, for example, all of his fabrics and designs.
Yeah, I do like how good this is. That it does make sense because, you know, esteem and whatnot, so that would definitely be a part of it.
Really after
Shit.
were the victim's designs.
Why?
What else?
During our investigation, we discovered
Yeah,
that Mr.
fashion,
Mel entered a
and, you
fashion
know,
competition.
become famous and
The very
shit.
same competition
That
victim himself entered
bad.
A couple years ago.
That's
Just to
bad.
clarify exactly what this contest is. It's a fashion
Well, yeah, it is a
competition where the
cliched
winner
MO
receives the honor
for
of
this
being
one, but at
recognized
least in
by the
this
most
situation,
well-known
it makes a
designers
bit more
in the industry.
sense. Because, you know, the same guy did get famous by entering this contest.
Checks to even enter. Winning this contest is a big boost to one's
See,
career,
so
as you
a
can
big
imagine.
boost to the career would be great. So it actually does kind of work.
What is it, Twilight?
I don't know. Something about that strikes me as
Okay, my Twilight, Maya Twilight, help me.
It goes without saying that a contest such as this would draw in several other key
The animation's
attractions
solid, yeah.
looking to
I do
rise to the
like that.
top. With this much
Especially for the
competition
ponies. The
stacked
ponies look
against her,
fantastic.
Miss Kamel was not confident enough in her abilities to win the contest.
Yeah, I do wish that the same way.
The defendant
Considering that we have
herself
really good
admitted
3D
as much.
models
When we
in Dual
interrogated her
Destinies.
about the contest, she told us that she did not feel confident about her chances of winning.
Bummer.
Surely overall would have helped Miss Pommel in making designs.
Twya.
Possibly. However, it's against
My
the rules
Weight
to
or
seek
Twya?
direct help from
Twya
someone
sounds
who has
better,
already won
so.
the contest. It's a preventative
My Weight sounds
measure against
weird.
copying previous victors' work with minor
My
alterations.
Light?
But she was learning from him.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
Sure Miss Pommel had the ability to do just
I'm not
fine
listening
in
to the music.
contest.
I can't hear it as well.
Her actual level of competence is irrelevant. What matters is how
Oh,
she
that's
felt
definitely...
about her
Yeah, that's
prospects of winning.
Layton versus Right.
Besides,
You guys are
I'm not
right.
finished, attorney.
What do you mean?
There's a special fabric the victim was making, as mentioned.
Oh,
by
right,
the
that.
previous witness. He was creating this fabric in secret
Are we
for
shipping
an
him? I hope
upcoming
not.
play.
So why is this special fabric important in this case?
Maya would love this,
You should
though.
have connected the dots by now, considering that Miss Pamel and Mr. Concept lived together for a number of months. She naturally would
The
know
Great Ace
about this
Attorney would have
special
been
fabric.
nice. That's honestly a
And
game I
she
want to
said
play, though.
Miss Pamel was learning from him, so this was to her advantage.
You're really accusing Miss Palmel of cheating in this contest?
Cheating in the contest
No, just comparing her,
and
yeah.
betraying overall Concept's trust.
And
And that's why she committed murder.
Looks like you finally realized it. That is exactly why the defendant murdered overall
Yep,
Concept.
plagiarism!
Her
Woo!
choice to steal his
Yay!
designs, passing them
Plagiarism!
off as her own.
Boo!
Twilight, if you have
Yeah,
something to
Twilight,
say, then by all
please, if you
means,
want to
say it.
talk, please talk.
On the night of the murder,
Twia
the
sounds like a
victim was
shipping name.
working
It does.
on that very fabric. This too we heard from Mr. Playwright. That was probably what set the defendant off. Upon seeing the fabric, she made her mind
I
once
can't
and
roll
for
my
all to
R's.
murder the
I'm not
victim.
Xander Mobus.
She attacked him in the dressing room, but failed to land a strike. The victim fled out of the room with a fabric roll in his mouth, likely taken for the purposes of self-defense. with
Is that
his
hard?
hot on his trail. The two were spotted by Mr. Playwright as they made their way up the stairs to the catwalk.
Hey, Mick, how's it
As
going?
Overall Concept reached the top, he tripped.
Yeah, I will play the Great Ace Attorney at some point. Would folks be interested in a stream of that?
Grabbed the roll and proceeded to knock him unconscious. Afterwards, she wrapped the rope that was
Only
laying
problem
on the
is
catwalk
downloading it?
around the
Yeah,
victim's neck
I
and
figured.
threw him over the edge of the rail, finally killing him.
Oof. Well, we're up a creek, aren't we? Yeah, if you guys are interested in me doing an Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney stream, I'd be more than happy to do it.
She may
Oh,
have
just
gotten
drawing?
away
Cool.
with it, but
Oh, that's
she
going
can't
well for
hide
you,
from
Mick.
her crime now,
We're watching a
and she
movie.
did it right.
Objection?
And to think, this incredibly selfless stallion was
Yeah, that's the
there
one.
proposing to Coco,
It's the one where
and she
it would Sherlock
swept his
Holmes as
life
well.
away because of her own selfish desire.
And that's probably the reason why we don't have it here in America.
Propose?
Wait, what? Oh,
During
fuck!
our inquiries regarding overall Concept and Miss Pamel's relationship, many ponies employed at Bridalway Theater commented on how much he cared about her. Apparently, he often said that being together with her made him even happier than when his parents were still alive.
Oh,
He
shit!
proposed next week.
This is bad!
He even ordered this custom ring to give to her.
Blue Blood, you're twisting the knife super hard on this poor girl. Holy shit, it's like, it's evidence.
He was going to propose to me.
Shit!
You really are. You took advantage of an innocent
Oh, man.
kindness for your own selfish gains. Killed him.
Sorry if I was loud there, but
Those
man.
like you are corrupting our good-natured
I got Taco
society
Bell, what's going
of
on?
Austria. It's despicable.
Really?
Don't you
Bomb...
agree, ponies of the
something...
gallery?
Just the bombshell was thrown.
She'd do something like that.
Yikes. We haven't had this happen before, holy crap.
Ponies could be so evil.
Yeah, it is an Ace Attorney game.
Order
Oh, wait,
in the court! My word. Could someone who looks so adorable really be
I don't
so
know if we had
cruel?
something like that happen
Looks
in
all
Ace
very
Attorney,
deceiving.
but, well,
And
kind
what
of, I
better
guess. We had
example
love
of that than
be a
this
prevalent
heartless,
thing, especially the
soulless
DLC
excuse of a
case, but
man.
yikes.
How dare you spew such poisonous lies! Coco would never do that to a stallion who cared about her. Why, I ought to come over there.
The talking
and
animations are
pound the lard
great.
out for that.
Whoever that is out there, please
No,
refrain
don't
from
remove her,
shouting,
don't remove her,
or
I'll
else you'll be
leave.
removed from the court.
Rarity, I get that you don't like this guy, but I need you to keep quiet if I'm going to properly help Coco.
Good judge, man. I saw show you Cozy Glow.
Anything
Cozy
you
Glow,
want to
yeah.
say to counter my claims? Or have you decided that you suffered enough?
Well, this has turned bad to worse.
Come on. There's gotta be something I can say to this.
Yeah, this
Please
this
have to return
sucks.
Coco's image to the rest of the court. Where am I even supposed to begin this uphill battle?
It seems
Oh, yeah,
as
hey,
if the
Cole, how's it
defense
going?
has no further objections.
Well, sorry, Coco. This kind of sucks. Sorry. Woo, boy.
You human attorney. You should have saved yourself from putting on.
Hey, I'll give you credit, Blue Blood. You're just as douchey as other
Your Honor, please
prosecutors.
No! I can't let it end like this!
That's good to hear.
Very well. This court finds the
Yeah, that hurts.
Coco Pamel.
Oh, guilty? Oh! Oh, who objected?
Who was that?
Some pony say something. Oh, Twilight!
It's
Finally!
me, Your Honor.
It was me. Oh, finally, you spoke.
Blue Blood, I want you to clarify something for
Anyone want hazelnut pancakes? I'd like some.
Blue Blood, you said
Blue
you saw the special
You tell him,
fabric
Twilight.
around the murder, and that's what prompted her to go through with her plan to kill Overall.
Excuse me? You are to address me as.
If
Ooh.
you're claiming or not.
Good!
Yes.
I love that. I love that death slam.
What of it?
That was great.
Can you please show us the fabric you're talking about?
Surely you must have seen it for yourselves. It was left sitting in the dressing room. But if you insist on seeing it again, I had it brought into court today.
Okay, go show it.
Are you happy?
Oh, look, no glitter.
Just as I had thought.
What does
No
that
glitter.
mean?
Hair.
I believe Mr. Wright can answer that for
That
us.
animation. Look at that animation. That's so good.
Thanks, Twilight.
Yeah, got it. Objection.
Blue Blood, is that the fabric you presented to the court is not the special fabric that Overall made.
Yeah.
What? No, it has to be.
No, it ain't. It ain't. You're wrong. You're dead wrong.
Fabric is what
You're wrong.
Overall's
You're
commissioned
fucking
to
wrong.
theater.
Let me rephrase my response. True, that is indeed the special fabric Overall was working on.
There's no glitter on it.
That night.
Haha.
However, the fabric that you presented is currently incomplete.
I actually.
What?
Ooh, ooh, I love that. That was good. That animation was good.
Order! Order!
I actually pointed my finger when I saw that. That's good. I like that. I need a gif of that.
For a roll of incomplete fabric.
Then that's it. She must not have known it was incomplete.
There's no glitter on it, bitch. Yeah, you got it.
She and the victim not only worked together, but they lived together.
Yeah, why would she steal something that was incomplete? Hey.
What the fabric was supposed to look like.
Well, maybe she thought she could finish the fabric on her own.
Well, I mean,
Okay, let's test that theory then, shall we? Mr. Playwright.
yeah, that was a good shot. I always love that out of prosecutors,
I
honestly.
recall you said something in your testimony earlier regarding the fabric Overall was working on that night.
Yeah, so,
Came on stage briefly to discuss something with me, and then he left right before the intermission ended. He said he and his assistant had to start working on Coco's
Yep, needs paint and glitter.
If you don't mind me asking, what exactly was this paint?
I said paint. The fabric was supposed to be covered in both that paint and a touch of glitter.
What
Interesting.
does that prove? Miss Pamel would have known that. You said so yourself.
Interesting.
It's not about whether or not she would have known about it, but whether or not she could gain access to it.
What do
Yeah,
mean?
don't you need like tons of
She was
clout
going
for
to
that?
inherit all of Overall's assets. The fluorescent paint and glitter would have been included in
Yeah,
that
you
as
need the
well.
finger of justice.
True. She would have inherited whatever Overall had left. But what about after she ran out?
Yeah, what about that, huh?
What?
This fabric was meant to be used in the next play at Bridalway Theater. Naturally, that means Coco would have had to make more if she intended on using it in the contest. And making more fabric means buying more paint.
You always need more
How
paint.
is that an issue? She would have inherited all of Overall's money. Buying a few cans of paint would have been nothing.
Not this paint, I'm afraid.
Explain yourself.
Yesterday, when we were investigating the theater, Rarity, one of the most
Oh yeah, the
poets
paint.
in
That was
history,
part of the evidence, I
had things
believe.
to say about this fluorescent paint.
Let's get a rewind.
Fluorescent paint? Such a thing exists? Where can I get this paint?
Oh yeah, right. That was mentioned. I should have watched the previous video just for me to.
Still wonder where he got this paint.
Ah, help from an unlikely
If
but
Mary
beloved
hadn't
source.
even heard of the paint, let alone considered it to be cheap, then I doubt this paint is anywhere near as accessible or affordable as regular paint. Even if Coco were able to find and buy some, do you really think she'd be able to do so before the contest deadline? Or spend that much of her newly earned money on a chance that the fabric would be good enough to
Yeah,
win
so
the
she'd be
contest?
kind of
If she
screwed,
was,
wouldn't she?
She'd have a very hard time.
I know that
making
paint was
money
barely
back.
new. Yeah.
Objection!
Oh,
If
what,
you
what?
Look at the fabric by itself. It's already relatively nice to look at. Even
Well,
without
it'll still would suck in comparison. You need something...
entered the base fabric itself into the
Dude, do
contest.
you understand anything about that?
But you can't deny that this evidence blows a hole in your theory that Coco killed overall for this fabric.
Mr. Wright has a point, Prince Blueblood. The motive you proposed isn't very persuasive given this new information. Do you have anything else against the defendant that proves she committed this crime?
Oh.
Of course, Your Honor. I have yet to
Oh,
produce the
damaging
most
and not damning?
damaging
Got
piece
it.
of evidence to this
We
court.
don't swear in Equestria.
So?
This is a Christian
Finally going
equestrian
to see what
server.
he was talking about earlier.
Indeed,
Alright.
Your Honor. And I'll have playwright
Alright. We need more testimony now. We already broke your piece of shit, so what other piece of shit do you have to throw at us?
Did you notice anything odd about her?
Well, as I said earlier, she seemed rather dazed.
And what about her hooves? Did
Oh,
you notice
the
anything in
glitter
particular
in it.
about them?
I should stay at the mod now. Hope you have a good night, though. Yeah, hope you have a good night, too, Gold Dragon.
Miss Pommel's forehooves.
They were covered in glitter.
Top of the
Yep,
catwalk,
we're bringing that up.
they were covered in glitter.
What?
And because she hadn't cleaned herself, yeah, it's still there.
The defendant's forehooves were covered in glitter? What does this mean?
Allow me to explain, Your Honor.
Oh, please do.
Miss Pamel and Mr. Concept were working in the dressing room prior to the crime. During the course of their work, the defendant must have gotten her hooves covered in glitter.
Oh! So the glitter marks on the fabric roll?
Precisely, Your Honor.
Yeah, they were left
They were
behind.
left behind
Yep.
by Miss Pamel.
Oh, you hear
who
sirens?
used
Oh,
to
that's just
hit the
outside.
victim.
No. This can't be.
And now the prosecution would like to submit our final piece of evidence.
Does the noose have glitter on it?
Noose itself?
The court is no doubt aware of the fact that this is the noose used to hang the victim to death.
Yeah, that was from
Though I
outside.
have
Sorry
yet
about
to
that.
reveal a crucial detail concerning this noose. We have discovered that, just like the fabric roll,
There's
there
glitter
are
on it.
traces
Yep.
of glitter on it.
Traces of glitter.
Oh, no.
Considering that there is only one conscious pony on the catwalk that could have committed the crime, the only logical inference is that Miss Pamel is the culprit. But knowing that she had glitter left on her hooves, and that there was glitter on both the fabric roll and the noose, it has become crystal clear that Miss
Yeah, you
Pamel
find glitter
is the
in
one
various
who knocked
places.
the
Glitter is
victim
just
out,
something that you
wrapped
just
the noose
can't
around
get
his
rid
neck,
of.
and killed him.
Oops. Oh, no.
That seems to be very decisive evidence. The one who touched the rope was Miss Pamel herself.
Overalls, necks, and glitter marks are found on it.
Of course. There's no
Yeah,
other
how
way
dare
to
I
make
not control the
anybody
elements of
else.
outside? Everything needs to
I
be
presume
perfect.
A guilty verdict is in order, Your Honor?
Oh,
Seems
no.
that way.
Objection!
Oh, we have 23 viewers in the chat. How's everyone doing
It's unlikely
tonight?
that Coco would have killed
Hope
for
everyone's
fabric
enjoying the
that
show.
She had no reliable way of reproducing.
You're still obsessing over that?
Well, you did
Perhaps
before,
she merely
douche.
killed him for his other designs, or maybe just his money. The defendant has a laundry list of potential motives, attorney.
I mean,
fact
that part
doesn't
ain't
disappear by
wrong,
virtue
so...
of you pointing out that the completed version of the fabric was not at the theater that night, you know. Besides,
So, yeah, there was
who
still a
can
mur...
say for certain what was going through that
yeah.
demented pony's head that
Still a
night?
motive.
For all we know, the defendant may have a motive beyond our wildest imaginations. What matters, though,
It's always the
is that
quiet ones, ain't it?
evidence points to her as the one responsible for this crime. The glitter on her hooves, the fabric roll, the noose itself, and being found at the scene with no chance that any pony else had slipped away unnoticed.
Playwright, huh? Hold on.
Simple conclusion.
I'm seeing some pop.
Hamel murdered overall concept in cold blood.
You know, I want an OC vector of mine just like with that smug look. Just,
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, I played Danganronpa. I know about crazy motives. I hope I'm not being too loud for folks.
Is somewhat unclear at the moment. I'm afraid if you have
Because I know I got like a little bit yelly before.
no choice but to end the trial.
Is Playwright the murderer?
Chance, Mr. Wright. Do you have anything
Uh-oh.
else to present to this court to counter the prosecution's
That face.
claims?
Of course he doesn't. If he did, he would have presented it a long time ago.
Uh-oh. Well, we don't have much.
This is it. If I mess up here, the trial's over.
You good? Okay.
I need to present something that casts significant doubt over Blue Blood's claims.
No, Devastator, no.
I may have unintentionally given me just the hint I needed.
Uh-oh, what?
Your Honor,
What?
I do indeed have something to present to the court at this time.
What do we got?
How could you possibly?
Alright, thanks,
Now,
guys.
Prince Blueblood, save your surprise for after you've seen
Hey,
the
man.
evidence Mr. Wright
I'm the
has
master of
presented.
bluff. Or Phoenix is, at least.
Mr.
Grr.
Wright, please present
Grr.
this piece of evidence to the court.
Yes, Your Honor. Take that!
What we got?
That-
Oh, yeah, the torn piece of fabric from...
Really? That's it? That's your big piece of evidence?
Perhaps
Okay, I'll
not in
turn down a
terms
little
of its
bit.
physical size, but certainly in the whole it'll create in your argument.
Cease your smug little remarks and explain.
Yeah, cool. I'll just turn it down a bit.
You're the last pony I want to hear that from, Blue Blood. Very well. We found this drip piece of fabric during our investigation of the stage. It was right below the center of the catwalk.
I fail to understand how this relates to anything discussed thus far.
Well, how about we let the one who requested the fabric explain it to us then?
Oh, Playwright?
Me?
Yeah,
Playwright,
you did.
you were the one who asked overall concept to make this fabric, correct?
Yes, we needed it for our next play.
For your next play. Meaning none of the costumes for the play on the night of the murder used this fabric.
That is correct.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
It's simple, Your Honor. If the fabric wasn't being used on the night of the crime, then why did we find a piece of it on the stage afterwards?
Oh, here comes the objection theme.
Objection! That piece of fabric could have found its way there at any point.
How?
It's impossible
We
for
wouldn't have needed
when
it.
exactly it wound up there.
Objection! I may not be able to prove the exact time it ended up on stage, but I can.
Is this a
definitely
game or an
prove it was
animation? It's an
after the
animation.
police
We're watching a movie.
How?
Recall Playwright's testimony for a moment. He had this to say about what was happening on stage during the 15-minute intermission.
Well,
So Playwright
we had to
did do
completely
it?
clear the stage of all the props, as well as any debris that would cause problems for the actors on stage.
Yeah, so it had to
Mainly
have been
dripping
cleaned
hazards.
out. Right, that was part of it.
The stage hoops had to clear the stage. No!
And this piece of fabric had been on stage before intermission. It would
That
have
is,
cleared
I
off
think
by
that
the
is
time
from
the
Lane
second
versus
act
Ace
had begun.
Attorney.
After all, there's no way Playwright would have allowed for anything less. Am I right, witness?
Absolutely. It's out of the question that I would have let the play continue if something like this was still on stage. I mean,
Yep.
it could have distracted the audience or ruined the concentration of one of the performers.
So you see, Prince Blueblood, there's no way this piece of fabric was on the stage
So
before the
someone
intermission.
brought it in.
Objection! The victim came on stage during the intermission to talk to Playwright about the
Which I'm
fabric.
totally fine
It's
with.
possible he could have
It has a
accidentally
great
dropped that piece
soundtrack.
on the stage then, and it simply went unnoticed because the stage had already been cleaned.
Objection!
Sorry, but that's also impossible.
Why's that?
Let's go back to Playwright's testimony one more time.
He came on stage briefly to discuss something with me, and then he left right before the intermission ended. He said he and his assistant had to start working on coating a new sheet of fabric and paint.
If you examine this fabric closely, you'll notice that it's covered in glitter. Not
Yep.
only that, but if we were to turn off the lights in this courtroom, I'm sure you'll realize that it's also
So it
covered
would
in
need, it would
fluorescent
be
paints.
easily noticeable.
However, according to Playwright, Overall didn't start covering his fabric in paint until after he had come on stage.
So it would.
Then
Wow,
what
I
does
could
this
feel
mean,
that.
Mr. Wright?
That rage.
This piece of fabric proves two things. The first is that someone brought it up to the catwalk during the second act of the play.
The catwalk?
And what ridiculous train of logic are we meant to board to arrive at that conclusion?
Well, there's simply no other way for it to have landed on the stage, right?
Right.
No one could have brought it to the stage directly without being seen. So the only conceivable option must be that it came from above.
Fine. And what's the second thing that piece of fabric supposedly proves?
Isn't it obvious? It proves that at the theater that night, there existed at least one sheet of overall special fabric that had been completed.
That's...
The rage fuels me.
But how is that possible? I thought the police only found one sheet of the fabric, and it was the incomplete version.
Which can only mean that the other sheet was stolen from the theater.
Oh.
He must have escaped with it.
Ah.
Objection!
I
You
see.
are either desperate beyond belief, or have gone completely insane, human attorney. There's no way a third party could exist.
Are you sure about that?
Well then, why don't you explain what this means then? This piece of fabric clearly proves that the completed fabric was there at the theater that night. So why didn't the police find it?
Simple. The defendant had hidden it prior to the crime. She must have been planning to steal the one sheet of fabric all along. When Concept saw that it was missing, that's when Coco attacked him. I suspect she hid it in a spot where none of us could even find it, which is why it is still missing even now.
That's impossible. The discovery of a piece of fabric on stage proves that it was out in the open somewhere. The stage was cleared in preparation for Act 2.
So
The
someone
fabric
must have brought it
been
in by
taken
then.
either on or above the stage during the second act of the play. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this piece with us today. In fact, Playwright, I need you to clarify something for me.
And what would that be?
After the crime occurred, was there someone watching the stage at all times?
Yes, there would always be some pony either on or watching the stage. The fabric would have been noticed if it was brought on stage at any given moment.
So someone was
That
there.
settles it then. This indicates that the fabric had to have gone up the catwalk once the second act started, which means Coco couldn't have hidden the fabric beforehand. It must have gotten torn somehow, and a piece fell to the stage below.
Objection! You've forgotten that if some pony went up that catwalk with that fabric during the second act, they would have been spotted holding it by Playwright or the stage hoops on the right wing of the
This
stage.
is gonna be good. Yeah, that's
If
why
that
I'm
fabric
quiet.
glows in the dark, then it should have been almost impossible to miss. But none of the theater staff have said anything about seeing some pony carrying a glowing sheet of fabric up the catwalk.
He's right.
Yeah,
The stage hooves out the
because it does glow in the
Playwright
dark.
definitely would have noticed if the victim had been carrying that fabric. Then I'll propose another theory.
Another theory?
Oh boy, what we
Playwright
got?
said in his testimony he only got a small glimpse of Overall running up the stairs.
Correct. And what of it?
Well, what if there was some pony ahead of Overall? Then Playwright wouldn't have been able to see them, meaning a third party could have been involved from the start.
So
Oh,
another
please,
person.
Like that's even possible.
What do you mean?
If this third pony exists, then how did Miss Pamel not see them? If she was following Mr.
yeah, that's
Concept
a
the
good
entire
point.
time, there's no way the defendant would have missed this third pony escaping. At the very least, she should have seen them on the catwalk. Yet, has she mentioned such a thing? No.
Yeah, there would have been another
So,
person
how
that
to
would have been.
explain
Wait a
that,
minute.
Attorney.
Actually, it's quite simple.
Simple.
Is it someone that's supposed to be there?
When I spoke to Miss Palmel, she told me that she had been suffering from memory loss.
Oh yeah, that was brought
I
up.
believe it's possible that during the crime, she was knocked unconscious by this third party, and the headaches and memory loss was the side effect from her being knocked unconscious.
Do you really expect me to believe the nonsense you're spouting?
I mean, yeah, that...
Realize that you're speaking
But...
for the defendant,
But,
right? She's
there was
obviously
something
lying
that
to
was
save
with her.
own flank. Even if she were hit on the head hard enough to leave a bruise, what makes you think that this incident happened that night and not the
The
day
glitter in
before?
her hair.
And what kind of weapon would this mystery third party have used to
And
knock
that's
her
where
out?
the
I
tube comes
demand
in.
you show evidence that she was struck on the head the night of the murder.
Gladly. Here
Yep.
it is. Take that!
Take that!
Fabric
Yep, the
roll?
fabric roll and the
how
fact that
does
she has
this
glitter in her
prove
hair.
anything?
This
Before
makes
the
you
crime
want
started,
Danganronpa
you noticed
Pony
that there was
Edition.
a
I would too.
Germain. I believe
I'd love an
this was
animation
the
like
result of
this.
being struck by the fabric roll.
Yep.
How in Equestria would that result in glitter getting stuck in her mane? Splinters and wood chips, maybe, but certainly not glitter.
Well, as you pointed out, there are traces of glitter on the roll. What if some of it ended up in Coco's mane as a result of getting hit with it?
Which is true.
Preposterous. The glitter on that roll came from when the defendant held it in her hooves to attack the victim.
Can you prove that that's the exact scenario that caused the glitter to end up on the roll?
Which I'm guessing no.
Well, no.
No!
How else could it have gotten
And
there?
I do agree with you, Cole. I would
Stop
love to
and
see a
think where this
Danganronpa
roll
Pony
came from.
Edition.
The dressing room.
With this amount of like work put into it, that'd be
Glitter got
great.
Covered in glitter there.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Here's what I think. Coco and Overall were working in the dressing room prior to the crime. During the course of their work, they must have scattered glitter around the table, where this roll may have been sitting. In fact, yesterday while
Oh,
I
Viva,
investigated
yeah, I
this,
met him before.
I
He was a
found
cool
sheet of
guy.
Glitter that clearly showed signs of spillage, sitting right next to the other roll of fabric. After this third party
I haven't seen
stole the
that
sheet of
video,
fabric,
though.
They were spotted and ran off. Overall must have grabbed the nearby fabric roll as he gave chase, likely hoping to use it to stop the thief. However, once he reached the top of the catwalk, he tripped and dropped the roll. The thief took advantage of this and used the roll to knock out both Overall and Coco, who had followed her teacher up the catwalk in pursuit of the thief.
That sounds absolutely ludicrous.
Can you deny the possibility?
With ease.
The next movie night,
First
sure.
off,
How long
even
is
if
it?
this third party managed to make it all the way up to the catwalk without being spotted by Playwright, how would they have managed to get down without being seen by the stage hooves in the left wing? Not to mention, if the fabric roll left glitter in Coco's mane, then why didn't it also leave glitter in Overall's mane when he was knocked unconscious?
Well, you see that.
Yeah, that's... Wait a minute. There was glitter that was found on the
See,
noose,
Mr.
though.
Wright, your theory
50
makes
minutes? Oh, that wouldn't be
absolutely no
bad.
sense.
We can't do it
It's
tonight.
inconceivable
It would be
that a
way
third
too
party
long.
could exist, because there's
We'll do it
no
next
way
time,
they
though.
could have escaped without being spotted by Playwright or the stage hooves.
He's right. How am I supposed to prove that the third party was able to get away when the left side of the stage was being watched? And I don't even know where to begin with Overall's mane.
Excuse me, if I may interject.
Oh, sure, please.
Is there something on your mind, witness?
I would love a testimony
Yes.
again.
I'd like to make a confession, Your Honor.
Wait, what? What?
I'd like to amend my statement regarding when I went up to the catwalk. I actually didn't go up immediately.
What?
What?
Huh?
Witness?
You broke
What are you
the... Dude! That breaks the case in half!
Explain what you mean.
Please,
It's
enlighten
as I
us.
say, Your Honor. I did not go up to the catwalk immediately after seeing the hanging. Before I went up to investigate, I called over my stage hooves from the right wing and my actors from the stage. I ordered them to attend to the panicking audience.
So it's...
and try to
So
calm
the
them
right
down.
wing was
Then
clear.
I asked my stage manager to inform the police of what happened.
So there was no one
After a good
there.
5 minutes of giving my staff instructions,
That
I
left
was
them
when
an
I decided to go
opportunity
up
to
the
escape.
Witness! Why didn't you
Oh,
share this time
no.
discrepancy earlier? This is crucial information.
Oh
It's
no.
not as if
That's
I
bad.
intentionally wanted to withhold this information. Prince Blueblood told me not to do it because he said it was irrelevant information.
Get wrecked!
Why, you?
Prince Blueblood! You knew about this information?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. But I did not believe it to be important enough to address.
Yeah, right. You withheld this information because you knew it was detrimental.
Yeah, every prosecutor does this.
To think I actually blamed Miss
Get
Pommel for this
fucking
heinous
wrecked.
crime. But now it's possible that she's innocent, isn't it? I'll make sure to tell everything that I know from this point on. I promise.
Yeah, of course, it's
As
always
much as
that.
I
And
would
hey,
have
PK, how's it going?
appreciated it if you
Doing
did
good.
that from the beginning, I am glad that you are willing to tell us
Oh,
everything.
give me another testimony.
Many thanks, Your Honor.
Witness, you ruined my perfect case.
After hearing what
Perfect
could be the
case,
truth, this is
pshaw.
nowhere near perfection, and I should know. I've been striving for it all my life, only to come up short every time. But at least I can acknowledge that I can get as close to it as
Shoot,
possible.
if we have a third party, then I don't know who the guy's gonna
Just what I
be.
need to move forward.
Because, yeah, this means
Your
that this
Honor,
is not
we
gonna be
now
the
know
only
that
day.
There was no one near the left side of the catwalk after the murder, and that there was a 5-minute gap between the hanging and playwright going
I'm
down
back from the
catwalk.
weirdness. Welcome back to more
Possibility of a third
weirdness.
party being involved is undeniable.
Undeniable or
Yes, I do
possible.
believe
So,
this to be the case
hey
as
kiddos,
well,
hey
Mr.
Jared.
Wright.
Welcome back to the
No,
weirdness.
there's still a flaw in that claim.
Could be a mayor, yeah. In fact, I have an
You know,
idea.
The police interrogated every member of the theater and all 5,000 attendees in the
What,
audience.
5,000?
This
That can't be
pony
right.
Really escaped with the fabric. then
There's no way
why
that
was
can be
their
right.
absence not discovered during the course of the investigation?
Yeah.
The thief in
Blue
question
blood
must have
von
been
karma.
someone who was
That
not a part of
that
the
actually
audience or
flows.
the theater staff.
Oh, really? And how did they get in?
Could I came to see blue blood being screwed over? Yeah, apparently he's a good.
The back door?
Yeah, of course the
Precisely, Your
back door.
Honor.
Where else would it
They
have
must
been?
come through the back door of the theater without purchasing a ticket. I'm willing to bet that's also how they left the theater after they stole the fabric.
Stop suggesting that this third party exists. I demand proof, filthy human. Proof! Give me
Woof.
something that truly convinces me that some pony else was here that night.
Oof.
You should be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this at you.
Please, just show us the evidence already, Mr. Wright. My beard is quivering in anticipation.
Here's the proof, Your Honor. Take that!
Take that.
A picture?
Yep, it's the
Of what?
footprints.
Take a closer look, and you'll find out.
It's hoofprints.
This? Are those glowing hoof prints?
Excuse me?
Le oops. Boom, bitch.
Order! What a turn of events! Glowing hoof prints left behind at the crime scene?
It's not just the fact they exist. It's their path that tells a bigger story.
It leads to
Please
the back
explain,
door.
Mr. Wright.
The hoof prints
Do
started
do 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 do.
right where we're proposing that this chase started. The hoof prints then lead up to the catwalk, just like how Playwright described in his eyewitness account of the chase. And finally, they lead down from the right
Do
side
do
of the
do
catwalk
do
and
do
out
do
the
do
back
do
door
do
of the
do.
theater. This
I
path
did it.
was not taken by anyone else involved in this crime. The existence of these hoof marks, without a doubt, proves that a third pony was there that night.
You see that my mind is too fast for our eyes.
What kind of preposterous game are you trying to play, human? The police did not find any hoofprints of the sort during their
It's the
investigation.
fluorescent paint,
This
dude.
has to be false evidence.
False
The court
evidence,
cannot
eat
accept
shit.
This.
Eat shit, blue blood. It's perfectly legit.
Order! Order in the court, I say! Prince Blueblood, that is an extraordinary accusation.
Yeah, very.
I've known Mr. Wright for years, and I
I
had the
mean,
misfortune of mistaking
Wright was a
him for
bum
what
for
was
7
before.
years.
And thankfully, I was proven wrong. You're going to need some serious evidence to back up your claim if you continue
Yeah,
with
because,
this
I mean,
assertion. Otherwise, I will hold you in contempt of court.
shit, what was the name of those,
But your honor.
Whoa, that was out of nowhere.
Yeah, holy shit, the judge actually stood up for you. Holy crap.
I'm actually quite flattered.
You see, it's just that the police didn't see these hoofprints during their investigation.
During the premiere, the chat was like, paint,
The explanation for that is
paint.
quite simple.
Oh, wow.
Did the police ever turn off the lights during their investigation?
Of course not. Why?
And there you have it. The reason why the police didn't see the hoofprints is because the only way to see them is by turning off the lights.
In that case, shouldn't the witness have been able to see them when he went up to the catwalk?
Well, why don't we ask him? Playwright,
Yeah, playwright,
Hoof
yeah,
prints on the catwalk
explain to
prior
me.
the second act.
No, there were no hoof prints to be found before the second act. The catwalk was dark during preparation, so they would have been impossible to miss.
And what about when you went up there after the murder? Did you see them then?
No, I did not.
Did not see the
answer
paint
is
there.
Obvious. The hoof prints were made after the incident, meaning that these glowing hoof prints have no relevance to this case.
Actually, I think they do.
What?
Oh boy.
To explain, witness?
Yes, it's true that I didn't see the fluorescent hoof prints after the murder, but there was a good reason why.
So the paint didn't
And
dry?
What would that be?
The safety lights were on.
Oh.
Safety lights?
The lights hanging above the catwalk. They seemed to be on the fritz yesterday. That's how we found those hoof prints in the first place.
Oh yeah, that was part of it. Right, that's how it went down.
Did you see that?
See what?
Oh, Blue
There's
Blood
something
VA
going
is
on the
great
floor.
here. That's the only
Could you turn
compliment I'll
off the
give
lights
Blue
for a
Blood.
second?
Yeah, okay.
As well as his model.
There.
Hoof prints?
Huh? They're hoof prints. And they're glowing.
They're magical. They're magic hoof prints. Oops.
Impossible.
Oh, right! Yes, we've been meaning to fix that issue, but I'm always getting so caught up in the plays we're performing that... I guess I tend to forget about those sort of things.
Well, thanks. We actually did find a
Isn't in
lead.
the greatest condition either, which is why we've had to tie the rope to the catwalk instead.
That sounds unsafe.
Not exactly the pinnacle of safety, those lights. Especially not with a director like this around.
Yeah, that ain't
During
good.
performances, as well as during the second act. But when I went up after what had
Ow,
befallen,
oh.
they were switched
Oops.
on, which means the hoof prints wouldn't have shown up.
But what about the rest of the backstage area? Even if you somehow explained why you weren't able to see the glowing hoof prints on the catwalk, why weren't the rest of the hoof prints displayed?
Yeah, the objection
If
is
it was
really
dark
good.
There, they should have been seen.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
turned the
Oh, the
backstage
backstage
lights
lights
on
were
as well.
on.
So you see, Prince Blue Blood? These hoof prints could very well be connected to this case.
Okay, that explains it.
Then it is clear that these hoof prints belong to Miss Pamel.
Then look at her.
makes you
Then
think
look
they
at her
belong to her.
hooves.
She must have gotten her hooves wet with paint from working in the dressing room and chased the victim while
You
her
okay? I heard a
hooves were
pop.
still
Yeah, that was
wet.
my knee.
He likely turned on the safety lights when he fled so he could see where he was going.
But the prints go down from the right side of the catwalk, and Playwright found
I'm
Coco
fine,
standing
though.
right above where Overall was hanged. Are you suggesting that she descended from the catwalk and then climbed back up?
She certainly had time to do so. After all, Playwright didn't immediately go up to the catwalk, now did he?
Yeah, but we would see
This is
more
my own
hoof
argument
hoof
against
prints,
me.
wouldn't we?
Do you have proof that these prints even belong to Coco?
Process of elimination, attorney. It couldn't have been any
You
one
could
else.
always check her
It certainly
hooves.
wasn't the victim. Otherwise, the trail would have stopped at the catwalk. Not to mention the fact that his hooves don't have any paint on them. And this third party you claim was there would have had no way to get their hooves dirty with the paint. So it could only be Miss Pamel.
And what if there exists
Yeah, I
a
was
way to
surprised
prove
by that
those
folks would
prints
hear that.
can't be hers?
Sorry about that.
I beg your pardon?
I certainly would like to see that, Mr. Wright. Tell me, how do you plan on proving that Miss Pamel couldn't have
Turn
made
off
those
the lights.
prints?
With this, Your Honor. Take that!
Is that a flashlight?
Yes, Your Honor. But not
Oh
just
yeah,
any flashlight.
forensic flashlight. That was
Forensic
another
flashlight.
piece of evidence.
This has the ability to show traces of fluorescent paint without needing to turn off the lights. If there are no traces of paint on her hooves, then that means Coco couldn't have been the one to make those hoof prints.
Very well. I permit the use of the flashlight.
Miss Pamel,
Oh, yes?
Show your
if I
hooves.
may, I'd like to run this forensic flashlight on your hooves.
Yes, of course.
Then if we do see any, then we got a problem. Ah,
Just
we
as
got
I
nothing.
thought. No traces of fluorescent paint at all.
We gonna see Trixie? I
This
don't know
means
actually.
Coco couldn't have been the one
But aren't
to
they in
leave
good
those
terms
prints
though?
behind.
Oh wait, no, this is before then, I
You do
think.
realize she could have just washed her hooves to remove the paint?
Then why does she have glitter in her hair?
Even if she wanted to, she wouldn't have been able to. The defendant had no opportunity to wash them after she was caught by the
Yep.
playwright and arrested.
Are you certain?
We are certain.
Prince Blueblood?
Your Honor, allow me to let you in on a little something about the night of the crime. It was raining.
What?
Think for a second. If Miss Pamel went out the back door with her hooves covered in this paint, then it could have all been easily washed off in the rain.
But there was still
Do you have a weather
rain and
report for
hooves.
this? I know that was
Washed
evidence.
those out as well.
Yeah.
It seems as if you've forgotten this little bit of testimony from Playwright.
Oh boy.
Well, there was a small pile of glitter and a glitter-stained fabric roll next to Miss Pommel, but I didn't pay them much attention, really.
The glitter in Miss Pamel's mane and on her hooves could have been added after returning to the catwalk.
Oh.
She could have seen the pile of glitter left lying there, put some of it on her mane and hooves.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of
and
that.
simply touched the
Yeah.
fabric roll to leave glitter marks
Of
on
course we have to be in a
Do you
bind.
even know what you're saying right now?
It was
As
raining.
if she
Yeah.
planted the glitter
Okay.
on herself on
Thanks for
purpose.
confirmation there.
Why would she want to frame herself for the crime?
it. To give the illusion that a third party exists, of course.
Oops.
What?
Oh.
Yes, it's all coming together now.
You can't quote
After
Danganronpa.
cleaning
How
herself
dare
in the
you?
rain, Miss Pommel realized that she would have been caught red-hoofed because of all of the remaining evidence pointing to her. So, making the best of a bad situation, she improvised, fabricating
Pommel,
her own
lol.
evidence to make it appear as if she had been framed.
Oh. That's plausible. Shit.
Order in the court! Prince Blueblood, are you accusing the defendant of tampering with the crime scene?
Wouldn't be too far off, bro.
Your Honor.
Objection!
Oh, crap.
That's ridiculous. Why would my client decide to fabricate evidence?
To
If she washed
drive
herself off
it away from
then
her.
that would already make her look innocent. What would compel her to put herself at risk and go as far to mess with the crime scene?
I've already said it multiple times. It's to create the illusion.
Well,
that
you're
the
better
third
than
party,
Trixie, at
the
least, where you're
defendant, was
basically
smart
gonna
enough
say,
to
who
foresee
cares,
that she
at a
was the
certain
initial
part.
Suspect in this murder. So she did everything she could to fabricate evidence in order to tell a story of a third party escaping the scene after knocking her out and causing her to.
Okay, I'll
lose
give
her
Blue Blood this. This is actually kind of smart. Holy shit.
Prince Blueblood, I am honestly having some difficulty believing all of this to be possible.
I'll give Blue Blood that. It actually was a bit plausible for him to go for that. Holy shit. I'll give him credit.
Your Honor, I am
Holy sh...
confident
This thing made me
another
give him
theory will
credit.
Demonstrate to the court why I am right.
Another theory? Please
Oh boy.
Very
Explain.
well.
Please.
Allow me to run through my theory of the events after the murder had been committed.
Yeah, it seems a little too much effort for that one. Yeah, I do agree though, but even still, I do think there is some bit of like, maybe that could have worked. But then again, this is Ace Attorney, so... Yeah.
As she was hiding the fabric, she
Yeah, this is one hell of a case. Then again, Spirit of Justice basically starts off with right on death row.
And covered her hooves in glitter, while also leaving some traces of it in her mane. She then dropped the piece of fabric off the catwalk and left
Also, Cole, we
glitter
played
marks on the fabric.
Danganronpa. We've seen people do wacky
This was
shit
done to fool us
to
into thinking
to
that a
basically
third
stop
party
them
had
from doing
stolen
the
fabric,
for not being
ran up the
accused.
catwalk, killed the victim, and hit her on the head before escaping. Don't you see, human? You've fallen right into her trap.
Oof. Was there paint on the noose? There was glitter.
This is preposterous! You're truly saying that the defendant forged evidence to make herself look innocent?
Indeed I am, Your Honor. I can see right through her little tricks.
Oh, I just
And
noticed you
this
wrote
filthy
moose.
human fell for it.
I got what you meant though.
No! There has to be something I'm missing.
I mean,
Something
yeah,
that
this is something that definitely
anything
Coco
that
would
Blue
never
Blood is
do.
suggesting.
We all know this, but
Do you have
Twilight
something?
with
You've been quiet for a while now. Have you thought of something?
Yeah. Come on, co-counsel.
Well, do you think it'll get us out of this?
Totally fair, Cole. Totally fair.
Well,
I agree with you there.
think so.
Let's not forget this
Really?
case too.
What is it?
Think about where the paint came from.
You mean the dressing room?
The paint.
Yes. You said that a third party could have also been in the dressing room to steal the fabric.
That's what I suggested.
Yeah.
Let's assume what you said is true. If they were just trying to get the fabric, then how would their hooves get wet with the paint? And we can't say that it was from the paint can since there were no spills anywhere when we went in the dressing
Case
room.
3, yeah, I agree.
So, what do you think could have happened?
Oh shit, case 3.
Do you remember what Playwright said?
The intermission started at around 8 o'clock and it ended at 8:15.
DM, wouldn't she be wet from the rain if she washed her hooves? Yeah, that's another one.
Did you see overall at
I
all
love
during the
Twilight's
intermission?
thinking vector in 5.
Actually, I did.
Okay, most of E3.
On stage briefly to discuss
Most of E3.
Then he left right before the intermission ended. He said he and his assistant had to start working.
So they were starting work on the new coat of paint, so the fabric was still wet at the time.
If we consider that, and recall what Athena said during the investigation...
Thinking emoji. I love
Athena,
her thinking
How long
pose.
does it take for fluorescent paint to dry?
According to Junie, it takes about an
Junie. An hour, so it wouldn't have dried.
If Overall and Coco started coating the fabric in paint during the intermission, which lasted from 8 o'clock to
B3 is great,
8:15,
although
and the murder occurred at
overcomplicated. Oh
8:50,
fuck.
That means that the sheet of fabric Coco and Overall were working on was still drying when the crime occurred. That's how the third party could have left those hoof prints.
Okay, yeah.
Not just the hoof prints. There's something else.
What?
Something else.
You claim Coco was knocked out from being hit with the fabric roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she still has glitter stuck on there from that night. That doesn't explain why there are no traces in Overall's mane though.
Exactly. The only traces of glitter he had were on his forehooves.
Okay.
So, what are you suggesting? That this third party hit
On his
Coco on the head with
forehooves.
the fabric roll and then hit him with something else?
What would they hit
If
him with?
somebody else was indeed present at the crime scene, I think it's safe to assume that they must have brought their own weapon ahead of
But
time.
what weapon would they have?
Also use that to hit Overall without
Wait,
even
we need to
punching
consult the
weapon in
autopsy
head.
report.
It's the only scenario that fits.
Okay, but what about Coco? She clearly had glitter left in her mane. Did the third party take the fabric roll from Overall after knocking him out?
I don't think so. In fact, I'm not entirely convinced that Overall was the one who brought the fabric roll up to the catwalk in the first place. Playwright didn't actually see Overall carrying the fabric roll after all.
Okay, so it must have been
Assuming
the
it
other
must
one.
have because we thought he and Coco were the only
So it
ones
must
to
have been
go
the
up
third
there.
party then.
But now that it's possible that the third party was running ahead of the two, they might have been the one to bring
Okay.
the fabric roll up to the catwalk instead.
Right. And if they had their own weapon with them, then why would they have brought the fabric roll?
Well, the only reason I can think of is because it had the
Oh, they
fabric
yeah, they
on
must have
it.
been trying to
Aha,
steal it
Of
then.
course. Thanks, Twilight.
Wait.
Mr. Wright, do you have anything to refute Prince Blueblood's theory?
Yes.
Yeah, what if
I do,
OC
Your
was
Honor.
strangled unconscious?
Really? I sincerely doubt that.
I'm kind of curious on that.
Enlighten me, human. What will you pull out of that spiky head of yours this time?
Oh boy.
A pointy quill that will poke a hole in your theory.
A pointy
You
quill.
suggested that this whole thing was fabricated by Miss Palmel to make it look like she had been framed. Not only can I prove that to be false, but I can also demonstrate that a third party was behind the whole crime.
Then please explain to the court.
Alright, I need to deconstruct
We're under the
this.
assumption that the hoof prints were made from the paint from the dressing room. While that might be correct, the source of the paint is what I believe changes everything.
And what would this source be?
That would be the fabric roll.
Really?
Where are you going with this?
I'm getting there, Blue Blood. Just bear with me for a moment. Now, when this third party stole the special fabric from the dressing room, it still must have been wet from the paint.
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Because it takes an
Plus, the
hour to
paint takes
dry.
At least 1 hour to dry completely. Overall and Coco started painting the fabric during the play's intermission. This means if we don't take into account the time taken to actually coat the fabric, the earliest that the fabric could have been completely dry is sometime between 9 o'clock and 9:15. Since the crime occurred
Okay,
at
yeah, I
8:50,
got that,
and
Rusty,
there were no
so,
other completed versions of the fabric found at the theater. The only remaining possibility is that whomever stole the fabric must have taken the one that had recently been painted.
So at its
Meaning
earliest.
it was still wet when they stole it.
Okay, so if it was still wet, then...
You'll see in a second. No need to rush me. Now, the thief was likely unaware that the fabric was still wet when they stole it, Because of this, they got their hooves covered in paint. causing
Yeah,
them
so
to
they
leave a
would be
trail of
covered in.
footprints.
Okay.
How long do you plan on continuing with this assertion of there being a third party?
Hold the fuck
You've
on,
already
Blue
shown
Blood.
How unlikely it is that they even exist. Why do you insist on prattling on about such an insane theory?
If you let me finish, Prince Blueblood, I'll
Yeah,
show
please.
you just how sane it is. Now, when this third party stole the fabric, I initially assumed it was a sheet that they collected and placed in a bag that they had on them. However,
So what if they
I'd
did
like to
take it
amend this
already?
theory.
Amend?
So what's your new theory, Mr. Wright?
The fabric this third party stole wasn't a completed dry sheet.
It was a
laid
wet
out on the
sheet.
table. Instead, I'm positive that the fabric was simply laying out to dry, and the third party rolled it up in a nearby fabric roll to collect the whole thing. They were
Okay.
stealthy for the most part, but eventually, either due to the noise they made, or just bad luck, the thief was caught right as they were about to leave. They took the rolled up fabric in their mouth and ran away up to the catwalk, with Coco and Overall in pursuit.
And I suppose you're going to say that both of them were knocked out by this third party as soon as they reached the top of the catwalk? Nice try, but if that were the case, our victim would have some glitter in his mane as well.
Yeah, that was the
Agree?
other thing.
I do, actually. But that's not my main point here. The thief could have easily used a different weapon on Overall when they attacked him. It's the weapon that knocked out Coco that will destroy your theory of her fabricating evidence.
What was it?
As has been well established and demonstrated, Miss Palmel currently has glitter in her mane. This suggests
Wait, is
that
it the
she was
rope?
struck on the head with the fabric roll. And now that I've shown the possibility that the roll actually had Overall special fabric on it at the time, we have a much more likely scenario for how it got in Coco's mane. It came from the fabric that was on the roll.
In what way does this disprove
It must
my
have tasted
theory,
nasty.
Lance?
Yeah, ew.
Besides, you've not done enough to prove that the fabric roll ever had any of the special fabric on it.
That's next on the agenda, actually. Now, if the fabric was still wet at the time, that would explain how the third party got their hooves covered in paint and left behind a trail.
Yeah, that would explain that.
And if that is
So-
the case, something else would have also been left behind.
Oh?
What?
And what is that, Mr. Wright?
No! It can't be!
If Coco was struck on the head with the fabric roll when the fluorescent paint was still wet,
Then she would still have
then
paint in
not
her.
only would glitter be left over, but there would also be
There would
traces of
also be
fluorescent
paint.
on her as well.
So we would need to shine the flashlight
What
on
does
there.
that mean?
It means that not only was the special fabric really on the roll at the time of the crime, but it also means that Coco couldn't have gone outside to hide the fabric or wash her hooves. Because if she did, the glitter and the paint would have both been removed.
Objection! She could have just reapplied it like she did with the glitter.
No? How do you do that with paint?
Leonard and his employees were standing in the right wing after the murder.
Yeah, you would need more
Coco
paint for
couldn't
that.
have made it to the dressing room to get more paint to put on herself without being spotted.
Spellbreaker, that sounds rad.
That's assuming that Miss Pamel was struck in the first place. How about you show me that she was actually
Oh,
struck
that's an
by
easy
the roll?
one, my friend.
I'll do just that. By using the forensic flashlight.
That's
to
an
figure out
easy
Coco
one.
On the area where the glitter is still on her.
I don't know what's going on. Well, welcome, Flicks.
Heard everything, Mr. Wright. Please go ahead. and
We're
tell
watching a
me.
movie. Oh, it is? Cool. Oh, yep, there's paint.
Oh, there it is! Just like Mr. Wright said!
You were struck.
No! No, no, no! This cannot be!
As the court
Oh, that's
proceeded,
totally it. I hear the
it
pursuit
proves
theme.
that Not only could Miss Palmel not
I love this
have been
theme.
the one to steal the fabric or kill Mr. Concept, but also that without a doubt, this third party is the true culprit.
Ah!
Hell yeah.
Order! Order in the court! But Mr.
So that
Wright,
clears it.
If this is true,
Yeah, who's responsible for murder?
No! No, no, no! This was not supposed to happen! Human!
What is it?
Even if this third party somehow exists, you have no idea who it could be. And where in Celestia's name would we even begin to look? It could be any pony.
Well, that means
Maybe I can make a suggestion.
we need to adjourn the court.
Oh? What would that be, Miss Sparkle?
Blue Blood argued that Coco wanted the fabric to herself to get a better chance to win a fashion competition she's participating in.
Then we need to find who else is participating in the fashion competition.
Well, you just asked to narrow down our search of a mystery third party. If we're looking for some pony who'd want a fabric enough to kill for it, why not start with the other contestants?
Then it might be Surrey.
While we're at it, we should try to find out if any of them have any connection to any pony directly involved in this
Ooh.
I think you are ordering me around like
Dude, she's a princess.
I remember you mentioning something earlier, Master Blue Blood, that the contest is not particularly large and has several background checks. Those checks would involve taking their prints.
You both seem to have forgotten that Coco Pamel is the only pony who could have known that this special fabric even exists.
That may be the case right now, but I would still like the records of all the hoof prints and horseshoes of every pony in that fashion contest. If they match with the fluorescent hoof prints left behind, then I say that's all the proof we need to show that there was indeed a third pony at the scene of the crime.
I agree with
Yes, imagine Surrey killing for fabric, lol. MLP's a dark show.
It shouldn't take long, Your Honor.
Very well.
Alright, 30-minute recess. Alright, Matt, holy god.
Any of the hoof prints of the contestants match the trail left behind at the theater.
I don't believe this. How could I have let this filthy, spiky-headed human get away with this?
Court is adjourned.
Court's adjourned. We did it, guys. We passed court. Woo! Oh, we got more. Surrey was shown in the last one, so we're not getting a situation where she's randomly shown.
Whew, that was a little intense.
That was rad as shit, though.
A little intense. My heart couldn't take that entire trial.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy you've been able to help Coco.
We're not done yet, though.
I want to hug her.
I may have proven that someone other than Coco could have done it, but she hasn't received the acquittal yet.
We haven't been in...
Still got a long
Yeah, we
way to
haven't
go.
received acquittal yet.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Coco.
Miss Palmel.
Coco, you don't need to worry about a thing anymore. Phoenix is on his way to kick that prince's sorry flank, and you'll be out scot-free.
Woohoo!
Yes, I'm very grateful, Mr. Wright.
You don't sound excited for that.
Long face, darling. What the prince said about overall that he...
Oh, right. That, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, well, you always said...
Oh,
that
I'm sorry.
So it wouldn't surprise me if
I'm sorry, dear.
And, well, I was supposed to keep it a secret.
Oopsies.
It wasn't too long ago that he requested me to look for a special
Oh.
gem for you. He said he wanted the gem to match your eyes. So from
Oh.
the ring. He said that about me?
Oh, well, F's in the chat.
It's a beautiful ring. I would have happily said yes.
Oh,
Oh, there, darling.
oh,
I know
poor
it's
thing.
hard for you, but you must be strong right now. Overall would not want to see you like this. Keep shining bright like that gem.
Oh, that's sweet.
Overall wouldn't want to see me like this. I have to be strong for him and for me. That's the spirit, Coco.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Alright, yeah, we did it.
Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be here without you.
Actually, while you're here, I'd like to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, we got more questions.
Of course, go ahead.
Since we
Guards are
started
getting
discussing the
thoughtful.
events that you were involved with on the night of the murder, have you been able to remember anything else?
Well, yes, actually. It was a bit slow, but I've been regaining my memories as the trial was going on.
Anything at all will help greatly.
Yes, please.
Remember that Overall and I had been working on the special fabric in the
I love this
dressing room
art. This art's
second
cute.
half of the play. We had just finished coating on the true rolls of fabric with the fluorescent paint once the second act was nearing its conclusion.
So we were right. The fabric that was stolen was the
Holy
one
crap, we
to-
made 30 viewers!
Yeah.
Guys, that's a record.
I set it out on the
Thanks
table
guys
to
for
dry.
tuning in.
After that, I stepped out for a minute to wash my hooves at the glitter and paint.
You left the room?
Yes, but
Oh,
only
so
for a
she
few
did leave.
minutes.
If the thief was nearby, they may have seen Coco leave the room and taken advantage of that opportunity. So, what happened after that?
Well, while I was returning to the dressing
Yeah, we hit a
room,
new record.
I saw
Thanks
Uncle
everyone for
standing
tuning
at
in.
the door.
Hope you guys are enjoying the
I
show.
called out to him, but he didn't answer, so I followed him. I saw him running up the catwalk, and I was afraid that he would hurt himself up there because it was so dark.
Well, now
So
it's
I
29.
put
Eh, it
my
was still
arms together
30
and
for a bit.
continued to follow.
Still rad.
On the way up the stairs, I heard a loud clicking noise, and I ran as quickly as I could to see what happened. And that's all I remember.
Oh.
Playwright mentioned a clang too, if I recall. That must have been when Overall was struck on the head with that unidentified weapon.
Yeah, thanks guys. Congrats to me. Thanks to everyone for achieving that.
What about after you regained
What is
consciousness?
something metal that could have
Do you
been
remember
used?
anything after that?
I do. After I woke up, I saw that there was an empty fabric roll in my hooves, which were, for some reason, completely covered in glitter once again.
What
Oh,
was left in
okay.
your hooves? And the glitter reappeared? Are you certain you washed all of the glitter off of yourself in the first place?
I'm sure of it, Mr. Wright. I don't know how the glitter got
Oh,
on my
missed a
hooves
period
again.
there, but eh.
And I'm not
They
sure
did
how
that
this
in
empty fabric roll ended up where it did
in
either.
Layton versus Wright.
See, better make a note of that.
Writing it. Glitter stained fabric roll. Cool.
Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not that I know of. Everything else happened exactly as Playwright testified. He stayed with me until I was taken away by the police. As soon as I got to my cell, I shook the glitter off my hooves as best I could.
I see. Well, hopefully what you do remember will be useful in some way.
I'm sure it will be.
So, Mr.
I'm
Wright.
sure it will be.
Now, Twilight, I have a
Alright,
question.
Twily.
What is it, Phoenix?
I'm curious as to why you're so sure that the third pony from the incident was a contestant.
Because
of
who
this
else
fashion
would have had it?
contest. I don't understand how anyone else in the contest would have known about the fabric. And just because they could possibly have a reason to steal the fabric for themselves? it's
Sure,
still
Rusty.
not
We can
exactly a
discuss that by
concrete
the
conclusion.
end.
Even if it did help
I
us
don't know
out.
if we're close to
I
finishing this,
understand
though.
your uncertainty, Phoenix. I'm pretty sure all the contestants would be confident in their own ability to win. However, there is one particular mayor that we know that would do it.
Uh-huh.
Well, who would that be?
Hmm.
Surrey Polo Mare.
Surrey Polo Mare.
Whoa, the mood turned
The
rather
mood has gotten dark.
Surrey Polo Mare.
The shit is gonna get real.
You recall when Rarity bumped into that one mare during yesterday's investigation?
Oh, that pony? I
Yep,
don't
and so
remember
she
that.
hasn't come out of nowhere.
So, her name is Surrey Polo Mare. What does she have anything to do with the case?
Time for the shit
Do
to
you remember
get
what she said that
real.
I've no time to waste on you, Rarity. I'm on a tight schedule, so you better stay out of my way. I don't want another victory taken away by your hooves, okay?
Hmm.
Yeah, she even mentioned Rarity taking away another victory. What did she mean?
I believe I can explain.
Oh,
Please do,
we need a plot summary of Rarity Takes Manhattan.
Months ago, I was involved in a similar fashion contest to the one Coco entered.
I mean, there is one other pony that could have done it, but I don't want to
I had
blame
my
her.
own special fabric, and she was enamored by it. So I let her use
Okay.
the fabric for small,
Okay.
of her own designs.
That was
She
good.
ended up using my entire fabric and claimed it as her own. Despite that, I managed to beat her. But I didn't know that I won until Coco told me.
Yeah, you
What
did.
do you mean?
Well, remember when I said I was...
That was the very assistant.
Wait. Are you
That
saying
was
it
Surrey.
Yes, it was her. In fact, when Surrey got a hold of Rarity's fabric...
It was the
instead of
angel.
doing this herself, she made me do it. It was excruciating. And that part about Rarity not knowing that she won the contest
Yeah, the
until I
voice
told her.
actress is really
Surrey
good.
was the
Sorry
one
I'm
who lied to
mentioning this
Rarity
near
and
the
her
end,
friends
but...
And made me keep quiet about it, too.
Oh, so earlier in the trial, Did you really have so little money that you could barely afford a place to live?
Yes, especially after equipping an assistant to my mentor. She always made enough for both of us with the designs she sold.
Oof.
Suri is a great designer, but when it came to whose work she would sell, she almost always chose to sell designs I had made over her own. She didn't even have the courtesy to mention that they weren't hers.
Wow.
Yeah,
selfish.
I know, right? Not giving Saponi proper credit and stealing to boot.
And this is why you always should credit your artists on Twitter. Just saying, do it. Just do it. Be a good person. Give credit where credit's due.
I don't think she's that heartless. But if those hoof prints actually belong to her, then it couldn't.
Wants them to throw a curveball and it wasn't Suri.
Hopefully the hoofprint analysis will give us the answers we need.
The trial's about to resume. Will the defendant and her attorney please return
Oh, it's already
to the
been 30 minutes? Holy crap, time
It
flew.
looks like they've already finished their investigation. Let's hope
Is
we don't
DM
get
an
any
artist?
news
No, I'm
from
not
this.
an artist. I'm just saying that for all my artist friends. And, well, art in general.
What is it?
Coco, you hid your true relationship with Overall from me on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, please tell me why.
After working with
Oh,
for
every
so
pony for
long,
herself. Ugh.
can't believe
It
her
could be an
philosophy.
accident. So,
The idea that it's
credit
every
your
pony for
artist.
themselves
Words to
is
live by.
I encountered so many ponies like that while working with Suri that eventually I just started to believe it was true. It wasn't until Rarity
Damn
came along that I
you,
realized that
Manhattan. This is why you don't live in New York.
themselves.
New York bad.
But what does this have to do with why you hid your relationship with Overall?
Even though I now know there are selfless ponies out there, it doesn't change the fact that there are many who do think and act selfishly, and assume the same from others.
Ah, you
That's
poor
why
thing.
I thought it would be better if you didn't know the truth about us. I was worried that if you did, and realized what it meant, you'd have noticed how strong motive I had to
Yeah.
kill him, and wouldn't have taken my case as a result.
Yikes.
I see. You said something similar.
Every
yesterday.
pony for themselves.
Well, you were in the area where he fell. Still, just because you were at the scene of the crime, it doesn't mean you did.
Manhattan's not my
I
home.
know.
Yeah, not my home either.
I did it!
Thank God.
Rarity doesn't think you did it. She certainly believes you wouldn't have the heart to kill.
Yeah.
Although I appreciate her believing I didn't do it, it's not enough to convince every pony else.
You were frightened by the looks everyone was giving you while you were being arrested. And that's why you thought you had to hide the truth from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
But because of that, Coco, we were put in a very tough spot. I was completely unprepared to argue against Blue Bloods.
Yeah, because you know that whole thing about... Yeah, that was a bummer, holy shit. Hugs for Coco. This poor thing.
I'm going to need you to trust me.
I'm glad that this writer actually manages to give us something for Coco, because Coco was very disappointing in the show. I'm sorry.
In order to fight as hard as we can, we need
Yeah,
our clients
kudos to the
believe
writer
us.
for making me
Tell us
really care
everything
about
they
her in
can,
this sense.
so we can make the truth known.
You would have trusted Overall with the whole truth. Right, Coco?
Yep.
Of course.
Hugs Coco. Yeah, all the hugs for Coco.
Right. He and Twilight are both trying their hardest to help you.
Trust in me, Coco, and I promise I will believe in and fight for you until the bitter end.
Yeah, that was the problem I had with her, Josiah.
Okay, Mr. Wright.
But I'm just glad that we
Trust
have
you.
good,
From now
plenty
on,
of good
I'll tell you
fanfic folks that
everything I know about the
give her
murder.
justice.
Thank you, Coco.
We've got to get going now.
Shit, that does remind me of
I don't wanna
something,
damage our
though.
case by being late.
Right. Let's go then.
Right.
Hopefully we can
Alright,
end
here
this
comes
here
justice.
and
Wait a
now.
minute. I'm surprised that Athena and Apollo did not, like, contribute to that conversation. Oh, well, I guess we're not watching the end session now. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, Wubcake voiced Twilight. I'm gonna take a look at this, because I have to. Yeah, and plenty of the music that came from here came from Layton versus Wright. That's fitting. That's very fitting. And some of it came from the anime. Oh, there were 5 writers for this. Wow. Flashback art, Javis, audio engineer. Yeah, you did a great job. I think I'll watch this again on my own. A lot of the Ace Attorney sprites were ripped, and MLP rigs were... Oh, so that's where they got that from. The Pony Vector arc. Oh yeah, wait a minute, the in-gallery shot, then that means that most of those were... Were some of those OCs? Yeah, they're Surprise. Of course, Audacity. Yep. Yeah, that was a bummer thing. And you for watching. Yeah! Yeah, bro. Glad we did. The L. Javis is the true champion out of all this because, holy crap, this guy put this whole thing together and did a really darn good job so far. Neo Artemis did a great job with Turnabout Storm. Maybe we'll watch that again at some point. Would folks be interested in a rewatch of that? Because I have not watched that in like a good long while. But yeah, that's let's go and let's look at this. Yeah, the judge is the Wilsonator. I know him. I've seen him propose to his wife. So, Webcake. I don't know about Otis Cat though. Levy Francis. I don't recognize the rest of them. I do recognize Webcake. She's popular. She's popular and she has done Twilight plenty of times. Yeah, original content. Yeah, overall concept. That made me laugh. DM, is there a part 3? No part 3 yet. This came out, like, let's look at it. This came out August 7th. This only came out 4 days ago. Holy crap. So, yeah, this was relatively recent. Also, my frickin' scroll wheel is crap. Kinda curious on the comments section on that. Nobody, the chat, the paint. I'm curious if we'll run into, like, Dr. Texas comment, like, somewhere around here. You know, if we do or not. I saw EQD gave them a shout out. Yeah, I've done that. And no problem, Jared. It's fine that you've been in and out. We've finished the We finished the movie, so hope everyone has enjoyed movie night with. Yeah, we're in light mode. So yeah, here's White Webcake, who definitely voiced Twilight. She did a good Twilight performance. All right, well, I can't find. Okay, well, that concludes the movie. So yeah, hope everyone has enjoyed watching the movie with me. This was a great time. In fact, I will give this so much that I will give this a like. There you go. It's a liked video now. But yeah, this was really fun, and I had a great time watching this, and hope everyone had a great time watching this as well. I did watch this completely blind. I do wish that I actually did watch the previous part before this, just to refresh myself, but it is what it is. But yeah, in terms of like watching another movie, we'll watch another movie next time, because it's already been like a 2-hour long movie. Would folks be interested if I do rewatch Turnabout Storm? Because maybe we'll do that sometime. Surrey stole the fabric. Original concept tried to get it back. He grabbed and pulled it, ripping it, hit his head on the railing, caused a clang that fell over, caught by the noose, and hung himself. You know, it would be interesting if the whole murder did not actually be a murder. Like, it wasn't Surrey that actually committed murder, it was just an accident. So she would only be... I think she would only be blamed for theft at that point. Go right ahead. Yeah, we can do that. And trigger happy horses we'll definitely try at some point. We'll consider that for later on, but yeah, that was a good time. And have a good night, Flicks. We'll definitely have to check that out. And we'll conclude with
This person walked into a store.
All right. That's all we need. That's all we needed for tonight. We needed We need a cat that sounds like a laser beam. So yeah, that was really good. I love the animation. The music choices were overall really solid. And yeah, but we had a great time. I was really hooked with the mystery in that one. I was trying to deconstruct it myself, but man, I was thrown for a loop for that one. Pokemon Christ on Game Boy in real life. Yep. I just wanted to show the kitty because the kitty was fun. And yeah, that was also a good time. We'll probably open up with some random video for next time, but yeah, if we do another movie night, Trigger Happy Horses will definitely be on the list, and we'll put Turnabout Storm Parts 1 and 2 at some point. But we'll save that for next time, folks. So, hope everyone has enjoyed me watching the video, and for anyone who first watched this movie, hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Link in the description, share a like, and share the video overall. Just get this video out there. I'm glad that this is still going on, even when, well, you know, the show is ended and all. But yeah, it all the parts DM. I mean, what do you mean all the parts? Oh yeah, isn't Trigger Happy Horses like all compiled into one part? Because we'll definitely watch that. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. So hope everyone has enjoyed the movie, and hope folks have a good night. Take care, folks.